God, let your will be done. Be the center of everything that we do and say, God. Have your way today. These favors we ask in no other name, but in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen and amen.
Amen. Good morning. How you doing?
How about my boy? Your school?
Okay. I'm not as humble as you.
When you get up in the morning, just need to just humble yourself.
Virgin, you think, listen, Bandy, could you believe
Mm.
doing this for 20 odd years, getting up a particular time in the morning? You think that's easy?
I sometimes I wonder how you do it. And I know only the grace of God that helps you. I know.
Yeah.
I know it's because, yeah, you know what I mean? It's a serious challenge for you every morning,
Yeah, man. That,
you know, to start our day. And that's why we really thank God for you.
man, it's not about that, man. It's just about bloody. I'm tired.
I know.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Well, where there is a will, there is a way, man.
I just need somebody to come forward who can do this. I can say, okay, fine, let me just share what I can do so I can rest. So I don't
On a
have
Thursday
to.
morning.
No, not just Thursday mornings. I just need somebody to just come in and work, take my place. Don't you
Mm.
think I've done enough? I've
Oh,
done
yeah.
enough, Bandy. I've done enough.
Yeah, I know you play that significant role.
I've done enough.
Yeah,
It's time
you
for.
know. But we we still need you.
No, you don't need me. You have me.
Come on, man.
You don't need me. You have me. You don't need me. No, it's not about need anymore,
Yeah.
Virgin. It's not about that. It's about. Anyway, how the children?
Good for the time, man.
You sure?
Yeah. Good for the time. Now, while I'll be gonna look after them.
Oh, okay.
Just doing breakfast.
Just doing breakfast. How's the girl?
Mm. Well, she getting herself ready for school.
Okay. She goes to Anglican, right?
Yes, and right now, yeah, one day kicking football inside, and I more talk to him. You don't hear him. The man break all my clock inside here.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree now. Do you
You know, I
understand?
want to bring him.
The
I know,
apple
but I will
don't
hit him.
the apple don't fall far from the tree, Bandy. Bandy, you've always been a
Andre,
footballer. What do you expect?
you ever dream on my clock break?
Don't worry, I'll buy you a clock for Christmas.
Be thankful.
I promise you I'll buy you a clock.
Be thankful, man. Be
Yeah,
thankful.
yeah, come on, you can't don't stress the kid, man. Imagine.
Jay, I'm on I looking at the clock. Brand new one I buy. I thinking I will look at the time. The man break the new clock again.
Well, all you have to do, there's one way you could solve that, you know. I can tell you how to solve it. You live on
Go
a
outside and play.
no. You live on a on a slight slope, right? So give the man a
Yeah.
challenge and say, "Watch, Virgin, you can go outside and play with that ball. But anytime that ball go down into the bushes, anytime
Mm.
you pay me $1, and
Oh,
if for the day you play outside it and it ain't go down in the bushes, I give you 5.
okay.
So
I just say that.
challenge.
No problem.
So that comes,
Yeah.
control now. So now that ball ain't going down in the bush. He broke in here, and the ball not going down in the bush, and he has to play.
But I just say that I want really for him to do me a favor.
What's that?
I have over 40 something boots for sale.
Boots,
150 for one.
football boots.
Yeah, football boots. Yeah.
Okay, well, so come in and sit down and talk to Nabila, and you put your ad together, and Nabila will take care of you.
Yeah,
It's
150 for
better if
one.
you, it's better if you have a standing ad running for it, even if
That way,
that will be a contribution to you from Real FM. But come in, sit down and talk to Nabila and work it out so that it goes on like something yeah.
Good idea. Good idea. You should know this gentleman from Mount Church,
Which one?
Jackson. They used to call him Cousin Boy.
No, I don't remember that one.
Les, yeah, you don't Lislin, man. Lislin.
Yeah, I know Lizlin very well. Come on.
That's your brother, man. Me and him used to play together.
Oh, yeah, but I don't remember him. Of course, but who could forget Lizlin?
Mm. I know, I know.
Yeah.
So I have a couple of boots, man.
Okay, that's good. Did he make a contribution to the team? Did he make a contribution to?
Yeah.
Oh,
Always,
okay.
always,
Oh,
always
okay.
balls and
That's wonderful.
always doing that.
Beautiful.
So stay blessed, man. Thanks again.
Yeah, so come in and check Nabila and you guys would handle the stuff, yeah?
Yeah, man. Give thanks.
All
Thank
right,
you,
one
brother.
love. Yeah. It's really Stanley One. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Christine Otley. Good morning. Angel Map. Angel, I have to give you a call, girl. Yeah. Denise Sandy, good morning to you. And Tamika Moses, how you doing this morning? And Maurice Celestine Grant. And saying good morning to Gemma James. Gemma, good morning. And Alban Harris and Anastasia Peterson. Top of the morning to all you lovely people. Continuing to make it work right here on Real 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. We got to say good morning to Dr. Love, Jeremy Christopher. How you doing this morning, Dr. Love? Jerome Kenneth Lewis, good morning to you inside of Toronto. Gemma Warwood down there in the Grand Dance area. Deborah LeBold and Yvonne Roberts, good morning. Faith Lynn Halley, the Douglas girl. What's up? What's up, Faith Lynn? Chunky McIntyre, hey, popping it as we go along, saying hi and hello to Andra Burke. Morning, Andra. And Claude Abraham, yeah, Claude is there. And Dolores Redhead, good morning, Dolores. He's hoping that you guys have a wonderful DAY. Today's Thursday. I want the numbers to go up. Just go. Yeah. Somebody just sent me a private comment, yeah, and I'm not liking it. Andre, did you get the kettle? No. But we're not gonna make it another kettle day. No. Where's the kettle? I don't know. I left. No, she got everything that was necessary to get the kettle, and I don't know. She probably go home with it. Yeah, I don't know. I cannot say that I do. Drums, good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. I'm reading from the Word of God, St. John chapter 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was made God. And one was with God, sorry. Then the same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. In Him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in the darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. This is the end of the scripture reading this morning.
Thank you very much, darling. How are you today?
I'm good.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah,
How's Dillian?
She gone to work.
She gone already?
Long?
How Dillian moving, Alisa?
Well, that's it. No, you know.
So by the time 7 o'clock in the morning, you're alone at the home then?
Well, me and my grandchild will be there, but when 7 she gone to. So I going just now too.
Where going?
To work.
Jumsy, where you walking?
So, you know, I was cleaning the church in Nadi, the Anglican church.
Man, let her get somebody else to do that now, man.
No. When I can go, I just give it up. But I know I will.
Okay. But give somebody younger to do. Let her get work to do. They plain they want to come in church and sit young and do nothing. Give them something to do. Anyway, my dear.
Okay.
I love you. Take care.
I will.
Okay.
You too. Have a nice day.
Okay, you too, love.
Bye.
Bye. Lorna Johnson, good morning to you. Bernadette Phillip. Bernadette, what do you think I write about? Not Phil, but Phil, but what do you think I write about, Bernadette? Oh, you mean DM? Yeah, girl. I don't see it. I expected to. Peter Skyjack 2070. Good morning to you. Yeah. Dalton Strawn, how are you doing? Lorna Johnson and my main man, Chameleon. Chameleon, I need to say something to you, Chameleon. Yeah. I might be asking you to, or I might give you a call just now. Let me just sort out a couple of things here. A lot of things to sort out behind the scenes, as you know. But I might just have to give you a call, my brother. How's your evening, though? I almost said something that would have been wrong.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
St. Patrick, get ready. It's the After Work Lime happening Friday, October 17th at the St. Patrick Anglican Schoolyard. Come straight from work and enjoy an evening of good vibes, great company, and plenty eats on sale. Barbecue chicken, pork, chicken and chips, and much more. Music powered by the one and only DJ White Boy, keeping the energy high all night long. And it's all for a great cause. Proceeds go towards the refurbishment of the St. Patrick Anglican Rectory and the Pastoral Center St. Mary's. So mark your calendars, Friday, October 17th. The place to be is the St. Patrick Anglican Schoolyard for the After Work Lime. Don't miss it.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantimel and our showroom on Ben Jones Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there's only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction. Call us today on 442-4645. Classic Furniture.
It's in the feeling in our weak side. It's in the meaning in our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. 'Cause the rhythm of life keeps pumping. Together going strong. No matter what, we keep things flowing. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrate and come let your rhythm signal strong and clear. Voices of the voiceless, the oppressed, the sincere. Real FM are the vessel, your message fill the air. Speak your truth, Grenada, where your heart there. Real expression, real connection. 91.9, the righteous reflection. From the hills to the harbor, hear the nation sing. Real FM, the sound where make freedom ring. Real expression, real connection. 91.9, the righteous reflection. From the hills to the harbor, hear the nation sing. Real FM, the sound where make freedom ring. Fisherman chant the blues, farmer hymn the rain. Mama shares her wisdom, youths them chant for change. The radio no silence the struggles we face. Amplify the joy, the pain, the grace. Nutmeg inna the rhythm, cocoa inna the bass. Real FM hold the mirror to the spice all face. Reel up the truth select and let the people speak. 91.9, no weak heart, no meek. From Carriacou shores to the Crater Lake deep. Real expression loud and the nation loves. Lyrics are a temple, the DJ is the priest. Every song a sermon, every word released. No censorship, no chains, just the soul laid bare. Grenada's heartbeat pulsing through the FM here. When the storm take the island, the signal still repair. Real FM 91.9, the sound of prayer. Real expression, real vibration. 91.9, the soul of the nation. Keep the frequency alive, no hesitation. Grenada voice rise. Real expression, real vibration. 91.9, the soul of the nation. Keep the frequency alive, no hesitation. Grenada's voice rise. This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9. Real FM. From the soil to your soul. We growing real.
From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every row. Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call, banana nutmeg feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow real, grow Grenada, heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, I we're proud and wise. On 91.9, Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. In the garden, in the field, real stories now revealed. Voices strong with tales to share of heritage, love, and country care. Let the young and old unite. Real expression shining bright. Agriculture is the way to
Agriculture is the way.
today.
Weather news, that should be coming up shortly. Stay with us.
Grow Grenada, heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, I be proud and wise. On 91.9, Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe.
Slipping and sliding in the morning time, 26 minutes and 50 seconds after the 7 o'clock. Good morning to you, Mr. Jonathan Bryce.
Good morning to you and good morning, listeners. Here is the weather for today, Thursday, the 2nd of October, 2025, as recorded at the Bishop International Airport. It is currently fair. The winds are calm. Barometric pressure is 1013.1 millibars, which is below normal and rising. Present temperature is 28.5 degrees Celsius and relative humidity 77%. Yesterday's maximum was 31.7 degrees Celsius and the minimum last night, 26 degrees Celsius. No rainfall was recorded over the past 24 hours, hence the total for the month remains at 0 millimeters. And now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique Valley for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times, with light to moderate isolated showers. Today's max will be 32 degrees Celsius with winds northeasterly to southeasterly at 6 to 16 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm at times. Seas will be slight to moderate with waves 2 to 4 feet in open waters. High tide will be at 12:30 p.m. and low tide at 6 p.m. Sunset will be at 5:56 and sunrise at 5:56. Just to repeat the public forecast for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times, with light to moderate isolated showers. From the forecast desk at the Mars Bishop International Airport, I'm Jonathan Price. Have a great day.
Yeah, Jonathan, quickly, before you go, my brother, did you say 32 again today?
Yes, today will be a bit warm, especially given the winds would be light.
Jonathan, I'm not making joke with you and the weather, man. Are you crazy? 32 again?
I apologize, but that's how it is for today.
Oh, have a nice day, my brother. All right, then, good. 32 again? No. I have to find a spot in the river. Not by the river, in the river, man. Oh, my God. What? Are you kidding me? Lord, I can't take it no more. Ra. Bullshit. Yeah, something had to sing. Angel, I hope you have air conditioning in that mall place today. Otherwise, you're dead. Can't walk in no fan. Fan will blow here in your face. Shut up. Somebody calling? Yeah, somebody calling me. Morning.
Good morning. I'm just calling to say good morning, Mr. Donald.
I don't know who's this. Who's this?
Miss Camille Theresa Scott.
I don't know you. Where you from?
Original from Chantimel.
But
living in...
I know a Camille on St. John Street. That is a Camille.
Yes, yes. When
that,
my mother come out in Chantimel, Nylene Scott, man, Prince, Josie Prince, Dicey brother. So, but she come, she leaves Chantimel and she go in the road and make all of us, and then she went to Trinidad. But, and she dead down the dice. That is how I calling Chantimel name, guys. Then Nylene Scott come out, Nylene man. Miss Mammy with a big bam. They used to sing Calypso, you know?
Come in. I just said that there. Let me ask you something. There's a woman I remember, and I'm trying to figure out if that's her name, but I remember her as a little boy, growing up on Church Street, and she worked at the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember whether.
No.
Do you remember a woman? She had a boyfriend called Tall Boy.
Yes, I know.
Is it Ivina?
Yeah, she's from Chantimel now, but she ended up living down.
Yes, I remember that lady working in the house. She died, yeah.
Yeah.
What Tall Boy dead too?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know if Tall Boy dead. I can't say that one. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But she grew up a boy named Trini. He ended up at Drake. He used to work in his thing. Yeah. So, my mom and them from Chantimel. Right where you are the radio station there. My uncle is married to a lady right there. Where he was first.
Where I was first. Okay.
Adlis Noel. Mr. Tiado. Yeah. Tiado Noel. And Nylene and man and yeah.
Anyway, darling, how you doing?
Well, I guess not too bad, I just want to say good morning to Miss Yolan Bain Horsford, Yolan Smith, Ambassador Smith, good morning, Mr. Watts, Dr. Mitchell, Peter David, and all my friends in Grenada. And I don't know if farmers, hunters, come and holy monkey and them knowledge, they can all me Popeye. No, you laughing, everybody laughing, I give you a joke. Them monkey and them come and all make up a ball.
Ay, ay, ay.
They could set trap and hold them. It's two. A big one and a small one.
So it ain't two that troubling, you know?
They eating all my papaya. And yesterday, I make $10 in some papaya and make a guy pick. So if I get you, if they hold them, I go get me papaya to sell to buy, to pay me water bill. And they laughing. I don't laughing this morning.
Monkey take over. Monkey take
Yes,
over.
they coming up from and perseverance and granite.
Perseverance? Yeah, monkey
Yes.
perseverance?
We must have monkey of all the high woods up there. And they hungry, they come in and look what thing to eat. And they among the guana, manicular thing in the back here. Yeah.
Come here, have a zoo?
Yeah, real zoo. You could say that. Okay. Mr. Watson, Patty, and everybody, good morning. Well, we have a Rasta man from Bouts Grove.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday he come to me and he tell me to say good morning to him and to tell you good morning and tell the cargo people coming up.
Okay.
I'm supposed to get some vegetables from him this morning. I don't have nothing right now. My breadfruit finish and his avocado finish. I only have about 3 on the tree. But I can't get it now, Andre.
Well,
Where do anybody go up there to break in the food?
No, well, I could tell you how to get it.
Oh, I waited for any fun. I watch it every day.
No. Make friend with the monkey and send the monkey for it.
And I press up my door, press up my window. Because man tell me, monkey, you take me bag, you pull out my bag.
Yeah, they're taking your bag and thing. They're taking that.
He tell me to pull out my bag, so I close enough, I can't open up my window. I would like the hunters who's listening, come and set a trap to hold them monkeys around Miss Sammy place. Yeah. All them trying seeing it every day, they jumping all over. Yeah. Anyhow, you have a blessed and wonderful day.
You too, my darling. Take care of
Yes.
yourself. All right.
And go by the river, you watch Grenada nice, you know. You can go by the river, you can go in the sea. Avi, good morning, Avi. Morning, Avi. You can go by the river, you can go in the sea. All out is hot.
Somebody just say them Alexis up there, the people.
Eh?
Somebody just say the Alexis in Chantemel is the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
But
just.
a lot of them doesn't know where their original parents come from.
But I like how you say how your mother had to come to town to find a boyfriend. That's what you're saying?
But don't let she get married. She married, yes, Nylene.
Yeah, you say that.
And she helped all she brothers and sisters to go in England.
And she don't go?
They never study her.
And she don't
They
go?
never study her. Yes.
Hey, but she
They
not
never
go for
study
herself?
Nylene. Yeah. Anyhow, have a blessed day. And DJ, man, I'll say man. Andre, if I living up in St. Patrick, I'd show vote for BJ. If I could have changed my place, I'd have gone get a man that boom.
What?
Because I want him to run for BJ, want to come on the radio.
You like him?
If I love that man, but yeah, you man.
Yeah, wife.
And if I,
Wife,
yeah,
yeah,
wife. But yeah,
wife.
I don't know you married.
Yes, wife.
If I was young again, why did you get in a red hand?
Kami, good
Have a
morning.
blessed-
God bless you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, good. 91.9, 91.5. And Anastasia says good morning to Miss Cami. And Marcia, Maria Marcel also says good morning to you, Cami. Who else? Anastasia. Yeah, did I say that? Yeah. And who's that? Boy, come and sit down here. Quick. Sit down quick. Put on the headphones quick. Let me see if I can do something really quick here for Cami, don't move yet, Cami. Don't move yet. Cami, I have something for you. Cami, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. There he is, Cami. There he is. Cami just said good morning to you. She says she loves you and she wish she could come up and vote for you.
Good morning, Kami.
So
Hope you're having a wonderful day.
No, she's not. The monkey's killing her. She has
Oh.
some monkeys down there that eating she little pawpaw thing that she have there and everything else that she have around there that can eat.
It happens.
I feel like she calling back there. Yes, Cami.
Yes. Hey, good morning, darling.
Good morning, sweetheart. How you doing?
I did not too bad.
All right.
Well, I in line that I really like. It's really running for NNT. And I could give me both. I want both to get in.
Oh, God. What a pity.
But I want my family and them in River Sally. All the line of family vote for BJ. All my family from River Sally.
And you just say Andrew don't like you. See, Badang, I bring BJ for you and I show you. Look at BJ on your television. Do you see BJ on television?
If you didn't marry him, but the lady lucky. Your wife lucky, she married. If you didn't marry her, then you blood, you know. You're a nice man, Anna.
You know I love you all the time. You don't have to watch that.
I wish you all the best.
Take care, dearie. Thanks.
Everybody to register because I can't deal with it on them. That's problem in Grenada.
Have a nice day, darling.
Yes, bye-bye.
Okay, good. Yeah. Bertrand John, good morning. What happened?
Because I live in you 9-ish, so
and
that
I realized it had to be something like that.
So I come early, so Doc can take over. I hope Doc is listening.
I'm going to send a link for Doc at this particular point in time. Since I see you step in there, I'm like, that guy gone today. That guy going.
One of my workers is not feeling well.
Oh, so I have to take him to the doctor?
Well, now he's going to the doctor, so I have to replace him more or less.
Oh, in the field?
Yeah, because we have steam bananas. We have a program. One person off, one person need to be there.
Okay. I get you. So, for all intent and purposes, I have sent the link to Dr. Entwine. So I guess when he sees it, he'll deal. So how you doing, bro? How's the week?
The week is going fairly good.
Mm-hmm.
No major alarm.
What can you do to keep away monkeys?
Don't know, Andre. Normally people have dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Normally people set up scarecrow.
Monkeys
probably more civilized than that. Those kind of things that or probably don't have the things around your place that they love.
Okay.
A monkey searching for food.
Yeah.
Feed probably in the hillside is becoming a little scarcer, so they're coming down a little lower.
I would think that they'd have more food up in the hills.
Have more trees, not necessarily more food.
How's the bananas going? How the bananas going?
Good, Andre. The bit that we planted is progressing fine. We harvesting bananas every week, so harvesting today.
Where is the hybrid?
Planted up, Andre. We just planted 4 acres.
Of what?
Of the hybrid banana.
No, not the hybrid bananas.
Oh, the hybrid pineapple?
Yeah!
Oh.
You get yours yet?
Andre, the government told me last November to clear up an area. They will be giving me 5,000 plants. But having experience in dealing with the government, and know they make a whole heap of nice and don't do anything. So I basically ordered or imported 15,000 pineapple plants and planted it. So and they brought this in 1 year later because they're just distributing already planted pineapple that is close to 1 year in terms of growth. So you understand, I'm just trying to tell you, Andre, that sometimes people don't understand the importance of time in agriculture. Time is everything. Here you are. You promised me plants November last year, clear the area. Weeds would have grown in it. And I realized that you wasted my time. I would have to go back and kill the weeds. So I ordered for the plants. Mines came in. I would have planted it. And I would have 7 months growth. And you're just bringing in yours. And you have one parasite, saw the pineapple around my home, and decided to make a meal out of it. You parasite Ali Matura would have said, BJ, aren't you the person that say government ain't doing nothing for agriculture? And as you're planting pineapple by your home? Brethren, get your facts right. That pineapple was imported by me because I find the government wasting time.
BJ, you didn't just do that, did you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I know you don't throw shade and I know you don't do
No, that's my cousin. That's my good cousin, Ali.
But I know you don't come out and just
And I don't call
like
people names.
Yeah.
But he is bringing on his government every time you open his mouth. And he need to shut his mouth. Andre, I had a cousin. His name is Bisoon. That's Ali's. No, uncle. That's Ali's uncle too. Because Ali and I are first cousin. He used to live going down Bushery.
Yeah, I know Bison.
Yeah, man. Just how the boat drop him on that beach day. He stay right there, you know.
You don't move.
He don't move, man. He build a little house. He alone used to live down that side.
I know Bison.
And every time you go by the man, Andre, he cook some really nice food. You know. It's just, you're smelling smoke ring. I used to wonder how the fool smells smoke ring and I can't find no smoke ring. He used to dip his smoke ring in the pot and put it over the fire side to dry it. Just flavor of the pot with it, yeah. But Ali is just a reincarnation of the man, you know. Same kind of person. Ali and Bisu the same thing. Bisu not like more sense than him.
You feel?
Yeah, man. Bisu only know when to open me mouth and when not to open it. Ali don't.
Jesus. I mean,
Boy, when you see me with me thing, wash your mouth, I'm just trying to make your government look good. When you see me with me plans and them and you don't know where I get it from, hush your mouth. And go and find something important to do with yourself and your life.
I'm lost for words.
You don't have to say nothing, that's my cousin. My beloved cousin.
So say more. I have to say that. You say more.
You know I love him. He's just acting like a parasite. No material doesn't be no parasite, you know why. Change that sound when you're ready to do that.
It's okay. Well, that is all you with no.
When you see the pineapple plants, I'm just trying to make sure your government and our beloved country have something that they call food security. Mm-hmm. And I realize your government wasting time, taking 2 years to bring in some pineapple plants. So I've brought it in for myself, 30,000 an individual, and you only bring in 60,000 or 70,000 as a government. You know, see what you're thinking? Your mind is as small as the plants that you're bringing in. And it's not your money, you know, the World Bank money. So you better hush your mouth and talk about plans, government bringing in plans and government doing anything. Just shut up. Only thing the government doing is turning you into a bigger parasite. You use something they call what? How we call those things again? Mostogophia. That's the very elementary plans that they used to have before they make human being. You is a one-cell person. Unicellular. You don't develop yet. You're going through metamorphosis. We don't know what you're coming out yet, you know. Hush your mouth when you see me in my plan. Don't write up nothing about me on social media because you don't know nothing about me. You know, Andre, certain plants are associated with certain diseases. Mm-hmm. And certain human beings are associated with certain diseases.
Yes.
Like Cooley have a lot of lice. Ali should basically sit down in front of his grandchildren and let it take out lice in his head. You can't see the man? Good morning, Cousin Ali. Find something important to do in your life. Go sit down with your granny, let us scan you here and see what they need. Stop calling my name. Good morning, Grenada. Angela, let's talk about agriculture now.
I'm talking to my partner, Chameleon here. Chameleon, Champ, what going on, boy? You here, we're passing away. You see, I hear and I conducting my choir for myself and not even inside the studio. La, la, la. Did you just say everything you just said?
I just said it.
What did you just say, BJ?
I said that certain diseases are associated with certain people, like all certain diseases are associated with certain plants. And generally, people with software like mine who have kind of cool in it, they're susceptible to lice. So I want Ali to go sit down in front of your grandchildren rather than calling me name and let us scan your head and see if you have lice. Because I find he behaving uneasy. Like somebody that's something biting him in the head.
I enjoyed my singing it. Let it not be said that Andre sitting, Bertrand attacking.
He first cousin, you know, me and Ali. You know, Ali Ali father is my uncle. But he can't keep himself quiet. Me wonder why he doing that. Ali, if you broke, let me know, man. I can give a little money, you know. You don't have to go make yourself look so stupid over social media for a little money. What happened to you? You're betraying your country and your fellow men for money. He's a old traitor, you know. Bisun was not a traitor, you know. He may be a poor man, but he was not a traitor. Stop behaving like a bad indented servant.
Okay, Fred. Now you're a yaga.
So when you see me in my pineapple plants, leave me alone. You don't know where I get it from and you don't know what to do to get it. BC planting pineapple plants. And he don't say he see, you know. He say a neighbor tell him. And I don't know neighbor.
Well, no, you don't have neighbors.
Yeah.
You
I don't know but he say a neighbor tell him.
So where you put that on Facebook?
On Facebook. Oh, BJ put up my picture. Like he was, yeah, I want to give me some promotion. BJ say government not doing nothing but here XYZ. All he need to shut up and go in one corner and keep himself quiet. Find something proper to eat and make himself look proper. You don't see how the boy look. Boy material doesn't look like that, you know. Your father was a tailor, my father was a tailor too, you know. Stop making yourself look so raggedy and find something important to do with your life and yourself.
Okay, Fred. Now
If you have nothing good to say about me, hush your mouth. This is supposed to be your blood cousin.
So when did he do this?
Sometime last week I think I saw that. But I just find, you know, I need to stop him in the track. He going a little too far.
Okay. All right. So you think he got the message?
I don't know, somebody go tell him, or you can go and replay that. And listen properly too. Find something important to do with himself
Did that get you upset?
and his life. I don't get upset like that.
Okay.
I just send in a message. Not just for Ali alone.
Oh, some other people too?
Everyone who decide to act as parasite.
Doing that very
Unicellular animal who don't have nothing good to contribute to the country and the world. Who want to live like, you know, how should I put it, man? Like old fungus. Trying to establish symbiotic relationship. Sucking the sugar and wetting the surrounding with the and trying to make more people like them. Them boys just pose, you know, nothing carbon copy, nothing original. Cut and splice. Take like a piece of thing here and there and try to make a meal out of it to get money. Money to do what? What money does to you? How you sleep in the night? Make you happier, make your family happier. All you're doing is making me shame you as your cousin. So you better get your act together. Good morning, Cousin Ali. How you doing? Hope you're doing fine. You know I love you.
You listening?
I want him to listen.
But if you in him, Nabila will tell him. All of us material.
1 yard. Used to go and eat Ali Moda food all the time. And Nabila granny food. Used to go eat that all the time.
But how you could talk about the man having diseases?
Yeah,
in
man.
his
Well,
head?
Andrew, how the man behaving? He acting as something, scratching him, something those basically instigate him to go and do those things on him. And something had to be biting you in your head for you to be doing those things on him. You see me in my plants, you don't know where I get it. You write up on social media, somebody tell you what BJ planting there. But planting that to make your country look good, to make our country look good. Stop trying to demoralize people. Stop bringing down your government. Because every time you open your mouth, you're putting them one step downwards, not one step upwards.
Okay.
And you're making me popular too, you know, I don't want popularity. Don't call my name. Because you have some followers too. Now when they didn't know me and you're trying to make them know me now, I'll take them away from you, you know. Was that a write up too? And you wouldn't like that. I would take your client and tell you.
Can we take a commercial break?
Any break you want.
Yeah, Let's take a commercial break and then we'll come right back. This is Real 91.9. Stay with us, friends.
From the soil to your soul, we growing real. From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every row. Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call. Banana, nutmeg, feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow real, grow Grenada. Heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, we're proud and wise. On 91.9, Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. In the garden, in the field, real stories now revealed. Voices strong with tales to share of heritage, love, and country care. Let the young and old unite, real expressions shining bright. Agriculture is the way to build tomorrow from today. We grow real, grow Grenada. Part of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, agri proud and wise. On 91.9, Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. Soil to soul.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself, a taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantimel and our showroom on Ben Jones Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction. Call us today on 442-4645. Classic Furniture.
Introducing Berger Travelon from Answer Coatings Grenada Limited. Built tough for the Caribbean climate, Berger Travelon is your one-coat solution for long-lasting protection and a beautiful textured finish. This patent texture design is available in 3 grades: ultra-fine, fine, and coarse, and in a wide range of colors, perfect for exterior and interior walls. Quick drying, low maintenance, and cost-effective. Berger Roll-On keeps your projects on time and within budget. So whether you're building your first home or refreshing your space with that modern look, beautify and protect your investment with Berger Roll-On. Visit the Color Shop Painter Studio at Frequente Industrial Park St. George or our hardware partners nationwide today. Berger, for lasting beauty and protection.
St. Patrick, get ready. It's the After Work Lime happening Friday, October 17th at the St. Patrick Anglican Schoolyard. Come straight from work and enjoy an evening of good vibes, great company, and plenty eats on sale. Barbecue chicken, pork, chicken and chips, and much more. Music powered by the one and only DJ White Boy, keeping the energy high all night long. And it's all for a great cause. Proceeds go towards the refurbishment of the St. Patrick Anglican Rectory and the Pastoral Center St. Mary's. So mark your calendars. Friday, October 17th. The place to be is the St. Patrick Anglican Schoolyard for the After Work Lime. Don't miss it.
The new Granville Credit Union debit card has made online shopping easier than ever. Quick, secure, and hassle-free. Just tap, pay, and shop with confidence. Get yours today.
Angel's Beauty Salon and Barbershop, Bruce Street Mall, St. George's, your one-stop destination for all things beauty. Hair services, relaxes, waves, treatments, braids, cornrows, natural hairstyles, locks and lock installation, wig installation, nail services, acrylic nails, gel nails, pedicures, and more. Call or WhatsApp us today, 1473-403-4421 to book your appointment today.
It's in the feeling and how we talk. It's in the meaning and our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. 'Cause the rhythm of life keeps pumping. Together going strong. No matter what, we keep things flowing. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrating. Come let your rhythm flow.
Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we growing real.
From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every row. Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call, banana, nutmeg, feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow real, grow Grenada. Hearts of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, we're proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. In the garden, in the field, real stories now revealed. Voices strong with tales to share of heritage, love, and country care. Let the young and old unite. Real expression shining bright. Agriculture is the way to build tomorrow from today. We grow real, grow Grenada. Part of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, agri proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. Soil to soul, we strong like lava. On the air, our stories thrive. Agriculture keeps us alive. Real FM, where the roots go deep.
Morning, I'm back with you. Yes, as I told you, Nabila, yes, she went home with the thingy. So, BJ, you heard about my fiasco that we had to get a kettle? You heard that?
Yes, Andre. My workers was...
Your workers?
Yeah, they listen to you all the time. They're listening to you, Andre, while they're working.
While they're working,
Yeah, said Andrew born the kettle, Bridget. I don't believe Andrew born the kettle, you know.
What?
There's have a feeling you're soliciting a new one somewhere.
No, you don't walk in this switch.
Hi.
Hi, yes.
I did not go home with the kettle. I didn't get the opportunity to purchase the kettle.
Oh, I say you're going with it for safekeeping.
Well, I probably need to do that. That's a good thought. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You see, I just can't understand.
Going on business, right?
Okay, have fun. God bless you. BJ.
Morning.
I know heat is not necessarily a good thing for plants, but there's some plants who need dry weather.
A lot.
Yeah, but the heat we're getting these days, that's
It's a bit too hard.
Too much.
Confusing the plants.
Okay.
If you notice, mangoes are blossoming again.
Yeah.
Not supposed to be happening this time of the year. Normally, we would be, too wet outside for mangoes to start blossoming. They would more or less going through what you call growth period now, putting on new branch and new leaves and stuff like that. The sun is that hot, Andre, that they're not putting on leaves. The sense hang on. Something is shocking me. Something is not right.
I'm gonna die, so let me make children.
Something is shocking them. I guess it's the heat. So if you notice, all mangoes are blossoming again. A lot of the tree crops are blossoming. They don't understand what it is going on.
BJ, even the birds aren't around as I used to see them.
Confused.
The heat is just phenomenal.
Yes. This time in the rainy season, you see a lot of rami and stuff coming down and stuff. You don't see them now.
You're not seeing them.
Confused.
And the ground is exceptionally hard.
It is hot outside. Very. You have to wet or irrigate more than normal, than you would normally do.
When you plant around by where you plant, not where the bananas are, the other areas where you plant, do you have you get your water from Nawasa, right? Is it?
No, pump water from the lake. You mean at my home?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, or collect rainwater when we have a bit of rain. The house is built on a water tank, so I collect rainwater, harvest rainwater. But when that run out, I have to use Nawasa own.
Is that very expensive?
Somewhat, relatively. Depends on what you're doing. Remember, I recycle water, so I don't really use much. I use the same water over a period of time. I clean it up and
send it back up and bring it again. Even last night I was there thinking, after I got that heat bought as well, like on a serious heat yesterday, I was there thinking last night, and this is not a slap on on the government per se. No, it's not per se. It's not a slap on the government. But I was just there thinking and saying, the planning people, they should say, at the end of 2025, that's it. Beginning 2026, when you bring a plan to be approved, it has to have a water storage tank that is equivalent to the building that you're putting up. So if you put up a building, in my mind, I'm just saying, if you're putting up a building that is, let's say our building is 2 rooms, you probably can get away with it. But anything beyond 2 rooms, we have to start talking water storage instantly. So in your foundation, water storage, just like they do it in Caracol.
Yeah.
I was thinking that last night.
Yes, Andre, we need to conserve water. Water going to become a scarce commodity just now, and we're going to have serious issues, and we take it lightly. We think it's limitless. It's not. And it's so important that we can start, behaving as though, we need to treat it as something valuable. It's very valuable. Water is life.
You see, because like with those housing the apartments, those that the Chinese donated to us, those that they're building now at Dunfermline, they're building, yes, but I would think that BJ, one of the things that they'd want to do is build and do it so you conserve as much as build with water storage tanks, proper water storage tanks, build with the understanding that we're going to be using either solar or wind energy in that particular area. So if it's, I don't know, I'm just thinking, hey, we need to start thinking differently, BJ, because you have so many people going off to these COP meetings, and I think it's just a gun, right?
You hear the man and him talk about climate smart farming. You need to have climate smart building also. We couldn't just think about climate smart farming and say you need to do that and you need to conserve water and you need to do X, Y, and Z. You have to have climate smart building, solar panel, water tanks, all of those things, and then if you can incorporate those in your building code, you stand a better chance and make monies available that people can have access to. Those things. We will do better. We'll have a greener place.
Yeah, because
we'll have a greener country. Andre heard White.
Hubert?
Yeah, downstairs was saying, hang on, all the houses up that side, Tempe, Mount Parnassus, all of those areas, had they built buildings with water tanks, we would have less flooding in River Road.
Yeah, you did say that.
And from time to time, we can hold those water, and if they becoming, too much for water tank, we can empty it out into the river.
Yeah.
And we may have better life in the river too. Because sometimes the water do run low, or sometimes the sea come in, and those water can help, dilute whatever salt water that coming inside. All of those things. But Andrew, we can also use those things for the plants around our buildings and stuff like that to keep our lands green and to flush our toilets and to, whatever, wet the trees around the place,
Because already, even we don't have these things, and 7 out of every 10 persons would buy a bottle of water. So already we're drinking safe.
Yeah.
So then let us do so and use the other water for other things.
Yes. To even make us have better water, because the more trees and stuff that we plant, the better our quality of water would be. Trees and water is directly related. You heard about the water cycle? Trees are important in that aspect of things.
Yeah. I hope with Project Polaris they're thinking about
They have to be thinking about a smart hospital, climate smart hospital. They would have to think about conserving water.
But it's just
Andre, you can take those water and stuff like that and get reverse osmosis unit and clean up those water and utilize it again.
Filter it and do all this other stuff.
Take out all the impurities and reuse it again if you want to.
All the water that you wash your hands with and everything.
If you want to, yes.
What you bathe with.
Yeah, well, you can use those for plants if you want to, but for example, if you collect rainwater, which is fairly, it's impure, but it's not that very, very bad, you can clean it up much easier.
Maybe throw some Clorox in it?
Not just that, you can. There's a scientific way how to do it. You can pass it through certain light and stuff like that to kill all the microbes. The water that comes out, is pure water. You can do all of those. So you can have a range of treatment that you can use, and at the end you have clean water.
So it can be done.
Can be done.
I just hope that we start thinking differently. That's all I'm hoping, that we start thinking differently.
Water is very important.
Extremely.
Super
Water is
important.
life.
It is life. And we need to basically treat it as though it is life. You know, we let too much go into the sea. We basically kill all the trees around our, waterways and stuff like that. We don't look up for our watershed in a way that we ought to be looking after it. We still pollute. If you notice, somebody houses are getting up higher and higher in our watershed area. And I'm afraid that just now we may venture into places where we shouldn't and start polluting. And, it's something that we need to be very careful about our land use. We need to have proper policy and enforce it.
It's just that, as I said, we just have to start thinking differently. Put ourselves in the mind frame of the people who live in Karakupidi, Martinique, what they've been doing.
Generally, when it don't rain, you have issues.
Yeah.
And we couldn't have that kind of problem on the mainland. And we should, take warning, take heed. Because in recent years, now it's hard to stop people from washing vehicles and stuff like that, using treated water for those things.
I remember calling Nawasa and say, hey bro, the guy answers, say, I want to speak to somebody in relation to this. He says, oh, what's the question? I says, well, is it okay that I use the hose to wash my car? And he says, yeah, we had a notice up.
But they remove it.
But remove that so you can go ahead. So I said, thank you very much, and I went ahead. But it just so mean that we have to start thinking differently, because folks, look at it this way. If you like beer, you must have water to make beer.
Everything.
If you want rum, you must have water to make rum. So think about it. Let's start dealing with our water issues now.
Make sure we have good quality water, Andre.
It's just flabbergasting. Anyway, let's hope that, well, I can't say hope that this government will do all the best. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how they're going to do it.
Andre, the reason why you don't have trees in the desert is because you don't have water, Wherever you have water, you have trees.
Wherever you have water, you have trees.
Yes.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yes. Animals, BJ. We know that they suffer a lot if they don't get water, correct?
Yes. Good quality water too. You heard people like Colin and other farmers was complaining hang on during a certain time in the Battery, Savans-Swayze area, that the animals don't want to drink the water in the river because it's contaminated with the sulfur that comes from the boiling spring higher upstream.
Oh, that is a problem too.
Big problem. But when during the rainy season, because the water becomes so diluted, because the flow is so good, it wash it out, they would drink the water. But as soon as the sun, comes out and the stream, the flow becomes less, then the contamination become more concentrated and it affected, it do affect the animals. So we need good quality water for animals. People think animals drink any water. Yeah, they probably do if they're thirsty, but they shouldn't be drinking any water.
They can die.
Yes, you can kill them.
I've read books, Western books, where the quote-unquote cowboy will meet a couple of cattle dead. And it is because right by the stream,
contaminated
and
water.
And just tell them, hey, let's not use the stream because the water there is contaminated.
Yeah, happens.
How? Not how. My thing is that it goes back in relation to the whole water situation. It goes right back to he who makes the most from water should spend the most on water. Here's my thing. National Water and Sewage Authority, NOWASA, They're making money from water. That's how they make all their money, from water. Water up, down, sideways, whatever. But I don't hear, and I believe I said that to the public relations officer sometime before. If I didn't, then I don't know what I'm thinking, but I'm thinking that I said that to her before. Why doesn't NAWASA educate people about water?
Well, Andre, NAWASA have that role too. But
to educate?
Yes, but sometimes what we do, we tend to rest the blame on one entity, one individual, and in a lot of cases, those things need a collective approach, right from primary school. You should be teaching students or kids the importance of water and how to use it and how to conserve it.
That's what I'm saying, that there
The
needs to be
usage,
a bigger presence of NAWASA in relation to.
They do, they do have the little thing from time to time.
I
but
said a qualifying word, a bigger presence.
A bigger presence, yeah.
That's my qualifying word, a bigger presence. NAWASA, you are now, and it was said to me by a youngster, an elderly gentleman, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. NAWASA is the worst public utility company in Grenada today. And I'm like, but how you come by that? He says, look at the roads. Mm-hmm. Everywhere the roads are bad, you have to blame it on NAWASA. Even if they tell you that they are, what do you call it? Pressure testing. He said, Andrew, don't even believe them. And I was saying to him, nah man, the thing, and then that's when I realized, BJ, only this week I realized that the gentleman was right. Here's why. Just down from me, in the Quasi, where we call the Quasi, that's the road, for those who don't live here and don't know the Quasi, you would know as the road leading to the Catholic Church, where the supposed Caribs led to their death, right? That's junction right there. They were pressure testing there. It looks like they finished in that area. On almost in the same week that they were doing that, they were doing things by the bank, and they were doing things at the top at Smart Buy. PJ, the thing is still there. 3rd week going. They're still pressure testing as far as I'm concerned. And I don't see them. So they must be pressure testing. They probably got some new equipment where they can use it from their offices. Because I don't see them. And that is so sad.
Andre, I realize from top to bottom, when it comes to disseminating information to the public, the public sort of confused and don't know what to believe any longer. So even when somebody's speaking the truth, you're sort of uncertain as to whether you should believe or not. Because so much lies is floating around that it's hard to determine what is real and what is unreal. Andre, I think now as a utility company, I think they're doing fairly good. I'm always saying that. To provide water for all this household in Grenada is not no easy feat. In a lot of countries, even like Dominica with a lot more water than Grenada, they were struggling a few years ago to ensure that the citizens have water, even with all this water floating around the place. And I think Grenada is doing a fairly good job. However, I think a lot more can be done and should be done.
BJ.
Yes.
If you continue to do things to me, and you do a little indifferent one, a good one, a bad one, and that bad one which one do I remember? Where you come into when NASA doing good about water?
They do more bad than good.
So you didn't see road? But you look, as I step out of this place here.
No, but Andre, with regard to...
The step has to be swept 10 times a week.
Not just that.
Come on, man.
With regard to the laying of these pipes and the fixing back of the road, I think this is a very unplanned, tardy job. When you look at the road from Grenville now coming up to Tivoli and Sotes, what they are doing to those roads in the name of fix, They
And Nawasa themselves-
they probably could have leave it how it was
Let me
because
tell you
they're
something.
not doing a good job.
Let me tell you something. Nawasa themselves need to come out. Those who sit in the offices where they get in air conditioned whole day, those who sit in the offices should come out and look and see the company that they got to redo or to patch the road.
They're not doing a good job.
They're doing any job at all. That's their job. BJ, come on, man. And
The-
Nawasa sit down in the
The
office.
road become
and
very,
you should-
very uneven. It feels it even with a fix. You don't feel like
I
if it's
just
the main
wanted-
road.
Let's keep it agriculture because, but Nawasa influences agriculture because a lot of farmers.
We were
depend
speaking
on
about
them.
water
Yeah,
nationally,
water, and then
and
they came
the
in.
name
Yeah,
came
but the
up.
name have to come up because they are Nawasa.
Yeah, I must say that to me, they are doing a fairly good
But
job.
why don't you hush your mother? Switch off your microphone in that channel. You want to go home and take a license in your head? You want to go and take a license in your head?
At our granny. Angela, you have become white, easier to find Elijah.
No, license is white. How you go find it?
Elijah is kind of brownish in
How
color.
you know? You have license in your head?
My cousin.
Oh me, oh my. But no, water is definitely, I wouldn't say that water is a problem in Grenada, but the way we managing the water, it leaves me to think that we could end up with a problem in 10, 20 years from now. Because we will continue to build. That's a certainty. We will continue to build. And let us take St. Patrick. We have two sources of water. One in the Peggy's Swim area and the other in the Mount Rule area. Two sources of water. We're not going to go and get a fourth and a fifth source of water. They're not going to be new sources popping up. So it is basically the same amount of water or less available every year. We building homes and homes and homes and homes
every year.
Every week. Do you understand? And industries. There's no company in the world that could function without water.
That's why I read now, sir. The demand for water is growing on a daily basis, and at least it seems to be there. We very rarely have.
They don't know what they're doing, BJ. They're just connecting people.
Is it that bad?
Let me tell you something. Understand this, know this, learn this, and believe this, BJ. If you're building a house right now and you ask Nawasa for a connection, they come and they do so and they put on a connection for you. With a meter, of course, and that you're going to pay. Right? And that's it.
They're done with you.
When they're done with you, all you have to do is build your structure, do your plumbing, and bring the water inside of the building. Now also come and look at your building and say, oh, that's a commercial bill.
And charge you for that.
Does that make any sense? It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
I've been hearing people in recent time, and now so probably you should take that into consideration if your PR people are listening. In recent time, people seems to be complaining, not just locally, because I heard it from people who live abroad. They were saying that now so hang on, you need to be a bit more humane with regard to the whole aspect of reconnection. There are some people who cannot pay the bill, and sometimes for one reason or another, they get disconnected. And then they would have to pay, sometimes twice, 3 times the amount that they owe on the bill in order to get reconnected for reconnection fees and stuff like that.
And tell me they're doing well. Continue telling me that
that
they're doing
is
well.
beside the fact that they seems to be able to provide, people with water, sometimes as needed. And I'm saying that in that aspect of things, they probably are, doing a fairly good job. They seem to be keeping up, We can just be a little more humane with the way we operate, because that's a statutory body.
I want to ask a question. I'm not going to ask you a question. Here's a big question. So I'm building a house, right? A contractor is building, doing a construction and the site is going to build a 2-bedroom house. Yeah? So of course, he has to apply for, or you, the person, the owner of the land, has to apply for water. Water comes into your land. Is that commercial or non-commercial?
I don't know. It depends on what you're doing with water. I don't know. You're building a building to put
you're putting up a two-bedroom house.
And somebody put a connection for you.
Now also put the connection because you apply for it. Is it commercial or non-commercial? At that time.
Non-commercial, I assume. They're charging you for commercial because your building is a commercial. Because you're a building.
No, I'm saying to you, it cannot be non-commercial. It is commercial.
Because you're building a building.
Of course, that's commercial.
Yeah, maybe for the contractor it's commercial.
Of course it
but
is.
for the owner who have the house is not commercial.
But remember, it is not in the contractor's name. It is in the owner's name.
Yeah.
I said a muddle duddle. They know what they're doing here.
Oh. That's
It
okay.
is not in the contractor's name. It is in the owner's name. So where'd you start?
Oh, Andre, when they say when something is working, leave it alone.
We needed to cut off people. Somebody who, and they cut them off, and then the person had to bring when their grandmother they buy the land, and who their grandmother buy the land from, and a sort of gobbledygook. A man who, let's say he owes 2 months. Now he's not supposed to owe, but let us suppose that he owes 2 months because he hit out like a hard patch. Okay? I would understand and I would appreciate that, yes, there is going to be a reconnection fee. I have no doubt in my mind about that there should be a reconnection fee. There must be. But when you're going to charge him reconnection fee plus other fee and other fee, well, when you make a little hustle, and the hustle he make is to pay the $200 that he owe, where you getting money to pay all that other fees and them all getting essentially to put back water in your place. BJ, it coming up to about 4 times the cost of what you owe, you know.
Which is kind of sad.
No, it is not sad. Morning.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, Mr.
Remember, this is agriculture.
Yeah, speaking agriculture.
Right. Let me go over it.
Agriculture and you speaking water.
Well, so you need water for agriculture.
Right.
Dodo?
I'm speaking agriculture.
Thank you.
Can I go ahead?
Sure.
Right. Mr. BJ, how are you?
Morning, boss. Happy to hear you.
Okay. Now I want to ask one question and then make a suggestion. Do you believe that at present there is enough water source in Grenada to accumulate or to satisfy the needs of the growing population? Because it is said that Grenada population rise a little bit. So if, let's say, we rise again in the next 5 years, 10 years, do you believe that there is enough water source to keep demand of the need of the persons? One. The second one is, I heard the Prime Minister said that some of the houses that they build in Carriacou and places is not the real standard that they want, that they're expecting, but it's the best we can get at this time. So we expect that the standard to drop or to rise somehow or the other. So if we expect that, what will happen to the houses in the next 10, 15 years?
But I know what, that's not agriculture, that's no water.
Yes, it's agriculture.
How could it be?
It's agriculture. Where the people, where you live in on the land you live in, your properties on the land, you have to build on the land. So, and the question is chiefly for BJ because he's a politician.
Program is mine.
Right. Program is all of us.
No.
Well, you're wrong there.
Proceed.
Okay. Let me hear these 2 questions.
Andre, in relation to the demand for water, this will continue to rise.
Oh, I just spoke about it.
Whether or not we will be able to meet the demand will depend on how we plan for the future. And that should include lot more storage area. That also should include ensuring that the watershed area are kept in, pristine condition. I think we have a lot of water. I think we waste a lot too. So I assume that, in the near future, we shouldn't be having, problem with the demand for water if we do, our work properly, if we do our homework. We shouldn't. We should construct our houses to hold water. We are using treated water, potable water, which is costly for a lot of things we shouldn't be using it to do. What is the problem in collecting some rainwater in a tank and wash a vehicle with it? I don't think that is a major problem. But we use potable water to do that, treated water.
BJ goes back to what I said. I think I said it this morning. No, I said it this morning. I don't know if I said it to you. Simply put, yeah, I did say it. Planning comes into that.
Everyone involved in this.
Not just us as but the department or the ministry of planning comes into that. You go to planning to build a home.
Mm-hmm.
It should be at the beginning of 2026. You come there with a plan to build a home. Hey, you have to show me what you're going to do with the water that your house is going to be harvesting.
Mm-hmm.
You have to show me what you're going to do with it.
Yes. Andre, in some cases, they just dump it in the field and it affects somebody lower downstream or something like that. So somebody areas that's sliding and the water didn't come from your house, it come from your neighbor's house.
Mm-hmm.
In the planning process, you should be able to tell me what it is you're going to do with all the water that comes from your house.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't just be dumping it on your neighbor who lives right next door to you or something like
just
that.
down the hill from
or live
you?
down the hill
No.
from you or causing erosion or some downstream or something like that. You're really not supposed to be doing those. So I want to say that we need to plan a bit more intricately when it comes to those things. It should be mandatory, Andre.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't want to use the word mandatory.
Mandatory.
Yes.
It has to be used.
In places like, I think, Tatula and those places, British Virgin Island, I think you have to have some water tank under your construction to ensure that you save water, you conserve water. In fact, people are glad to do those because water is a scarce commodity.
They know rivers in St. Croix, but you ever hear the people that complain about water? No.
Store water.
Rain, water.
Yeah.
My good partner, he's passed, but his wife, lovely wife, she's listening this morning. Good morning, Jackie. Jackie Raymond in Karaku. The side of tank that my good partner Oldtree had there, wow, are you crazy? I hope Jackie got it working now. Huge tank. A full tank of that. Family in a home. Probably could last them a year. That is how we have to start to think.
Yep.
And I challenge the architects of today. There are homes that people are living in already. Forget those that you're going to be designing with the water system. There are homes that people are living in already that you need to do so and sit down and on your own. Don't wait for them to come and call you. You know Mr. John down the road there, you're the one who drew the plan for his house, so you know everything that you did. Do so and design something that could blend in and that Mr. John can put into his house and get the water that is being harvested from his house roof into the tank so he can do other things with the water. It's going to drop his water bill, that's one. No, I probably might not want to hear this, but it's going to drop his water bill, but it's going to do so and help a little footprint as it relates to conserving water. And
you'll take the load off an hour, sir, which is what you really want. Yes, they may want the money also, but at the same time, think about it. There are still areas where people do have pressure issues. Certain hill that you only can get water in the night because, people are utilizing during the day, and you can tell you have a pressure problem. So, if you have, think about the size of those schools, Andre. They are very big. And think about the quantity of water that they use per day. We should be conserving water in those schools.
And as you say, water
And
in
in some
schools, eh?
cases where we cannot build, we need to have plastic tanks and stuff like that to collect the water.
It's interesting you say water in schools. McDonald College, McDonald College built in hindsight massive tank. BJ, you know it. I don't even know if that's functioning today or can it still function. When was the last time they opened it up and cleaned it and did whatever? And to add insult to injury, McDonald College built a new wing.
Yeah.
And they did not include water harvesting. And to harvest the water from that wing alone will take care of the water needs, re-washing hands and flushing toilets in the school, BJ, maybe for 2-3 months.
Andre is not
you
my.
ain't thinking, man.
It is not my calling, but yesterday I was coming from St. George's.
Here we go.
And I was thinking the same thing. I don't know if you know this area. Well, you know the area, but I don't know if you observe this. By Carlton Junction.
Yeah.
You see now also have something on top of the hill there. A big tank.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Forward of you when you're coming from St. George's
Right.
on the right-hand side. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
And they just put up a new building there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What's it for?
I don't know if it's an office, I don't know what, but it's a decent, big enough building. And I'm saying to myself, gosh, I'm just knowing how water is down Grenville area. Why couldn't we build a tank there and then put a building on top of the tank and stuff? And I'm saying to myself, BJ probably doesn't know. Maybe you cannot do that. But I'm thinking, but that could have been done there. We waste this space. It's a big building. And I'm saying that, hang on, this could be a big storage area if we build a tank underneath the ground there.
There's nothing wrong in building the tank. The kayaks do it. I'm going back to them
Yeah,
again.
so-
They live on water, literally.
Andre, that's a big building, and I'm saying to myself, that could have been an example for other people to follow.
Engineers are absent. Our architects, we don't see that. Watch, listen. You do so and you buy a piece of land, BG, and you bring an architect there and you say, hey, I want to build a house here. I want the house at 3 rooms, 2 bathrooms, whatever, kitchen, whatever. He gone and draw that, eh? He ain't doing so and look at the thing and say, oh, Virginia is what, you see, you want that driveway there, that's not the best place to put the driveway. You can put the driveway this way, and in that way I could use that other space there to put something else. And this is what I can put. No, they just go and sit down and they just draw. And do fancy thing and use fancy program on computer and stick a toilet here and a latrine there and everything, and they're done.
It's like how they build my house, Andre. A main switch inside the cupboard.
You understand? Same thing I'm telling you. BJ, hold on. Let's take a call here. Morning.
Good day, gentlemen.
Yeah, man.
Mr. BJ, Mr. Don.
Morning.
The point that you was just making there, I just wanted to drop something in it. I remember building technology. I think the Japanese refer to it as feng shui, but we had a concept that the highly trafficked areas, especially based on your scenery, based on where the sun goes, so depending on the room that you use more, the aspect of designing had to take or involve that in it, right? So in terms of what the suggestion, as you said, maybe where you want to put the driveway is not the best because it could affect this and affect that. That was something that was taken into consideration when designing. I'm not sure how they're doing it right now. In terms of the water situation, I think a lot of emphasis should be placed in water catchment areas. Like the ravines, the rivers, everything empties out into the sea daily. Water is running through these spots daily. If more water catchment areas was developed, I think it will solve a lot of the situations we have. Then, based on the location of where houses are being built, there should be an integration between government and OWASA based on the government plans, where they foresee putting roads or having other buildings. They should have a coordination between that, or between them, or the teams. So at least when areas are dedicated for housing, that the idea that you just brought up could be used or employed. I don't think there's much collaboration in these different groups or different entities. So I just say it comes back down to the planning. There's no long-term long-term design effect. It's always everything is like almost short-term. This is what I need. This is what I need it to be, and just get it done rather than the foreseen future. Right? That's what I think it is about the water thing. Based on the agriculture aspect of it, clearly, if you have a better water catchment system, you will have more water to be put into the fields and for whatever uses domestically and all that. We are surrounded by islands, so I don't think, well, actually, we're surrounded by water. We are an island. So I don't think the idea of running out of water is something that we will be faced with. We just have to employ different strategies to, I mean, you might have to spend some money to lay new pipes, maybe above ground, because there's two sets of water. There's above ground water and there's underground water, right? So even with the houses, depending on how they build their water storage system, they might affect the water table. So that needs to be taken into consideration also. What do you think about that?
Well, you speak of the water storage system might affect the water table, but you don't have to store the water. You don't. That's where the architect comes in, because he has to know what he's drawing and where he's drawing it for. So if he understanding the soil and what is around and what could be there, then what he needs to do is do like how they do some places in Karakou, build the tank underneath the veranda.
Okay.
You understand? So this is why the architects need to do so and really study what they're doing. They'll just do so and go. How they call this program that is used on the computer again? I forget the name. Just go and just
say that again.
There's a program they use on the computer, the architects.
AutoCAD.
AutoCAD. That is the thing I'm looking for. They just stick a toilet, they put a latrine, they put a bathroom upstairs, and that is it. And that is house. Look house. And like the architects was better. They were better when they had to draw it set square and ruler and thing. They were better.
T-squares and stuff.
T-square. They were better that time. Come on.
That's funny. Yeah, I think there's a lack of engineering input in designing. A lot of places where you go around Grenada, you always see house. Well, I call it stilts. They always have house on stilts. Sometimes they don't need to be. Right? I guess the idea is to build over and then build below. So then chances are people want to rent a room or construct into a business place or that kind of thing. But we normally build on stilts, which is not needed for a lot of areas. Like a gravity feed system could be employed in so many places. But as I say, we have different water solutions for different areas in Grenada. So I think the management, the people that do the businesses and in the house, the planners for the houses, like you say, the architects and all that, there should be a bigger integration between these teams, so they know exactly what they're working with in terms of the layout of the land, the topography of Grenada, and all of that. So I think that's what's missing. I don't really see it as we have issues that we cannot resolve. It's just as I say, the better planning, the better heads of the people in power, and a better understanding across the board unilaterally. Because we have to do for us. We like waiting for other people to save us, and we need to save ourselves,
True that. All right.
Have a nice one.
You too, my brother. Take care. Bertrand.
Yes.
Bertrand, do you know what's happening with that water project that had to do with from Highgate to Savan Swayze is supposed to get all the way down today. What's up with that?
No, it's held up.
Why? You talking?
Don't have a clue. Mr. Collan would have said that in a meeting, they told him that the farmers was just squatting.
What?
And for that reason, they're not going to bring the water there, or they're not going to invest into it. Well, I thought that's the people you needed to bring it for. People who are squatting. The vulnerable.
The farmers are just squatting.
Yeah, they called me to that meeting, Andre, and I did not go. Because I realized that, it's a waste of time. Both Minister Cornwall and Minister Thomas. They're meeting in River Valley to deal with that same issue.
So that's why they stopped the project?
Yeah.
So all the monies that was spent to purchase the pump and to purchase everything.
That is just wasted. Typical
BJ, if I give you
behavior.
a pump, if I give you a pump, what will you do with it?
A pump in relation to?
To pump water. To pump water from a river to a place. Would you be able to use a pump? Make use of a pump right now?
I don't really have a need for a pump now.
You don't have a
no.
need for it. But do you know, and I'm not talking not about pump you could raise from here today. The pump you have to lift and fix in an area and use it from that area. Would you be able to make use?
Is the volume? You would have to give me something that can deliver about 650, 750 gallons of water a minute.
You want to dry the river?
I don't have a river, I have a lake.
You want to dry the lake?
No, that's what I've been using. Under the area will be used about close to 300 feet probably. Maybe about 200 feet below sea level. That's where the lake, yeah. From the bottom of the lake to send water right up at the top is about 180 something feet. I did measure it. I did do a survey there. And to get water to move up that hill, you need a substantial amount of horsepower in order to do that. So a small pump would not be able to do something like that.
No, I'm not looking at a small pump. I'm looking at a good sized pump.
And if the bore is not like 4 inches, 6 inches,
okay,
it wouldn't work.
I ask you this because BJ, I would BJ, the place down there, the Full Community Center.
Which one?
I have not had the opportunity yet to go visit. But someone met me in the street on Tuesday and said to me that the government of Grenada received some pumps and other irrigation material and other stuff. And what they did was store the stuff at the Full Community Center. And it was supposed to be for about 2 months, and it's gone now a lot more than the 2 months. And what's there are a set of pumps and other irrigation material. That's why I ask if you have a need for pumps. I'll tell you, go and ask for a big one. Because the person said to me that the pumps are not small pumps that 2 persons can lift and put in a place. You have to get heavy equipment to lift it and to thing it.
Where they had this pump?
At the Full Community Center.
Just one pump or several pumps?
In speaking to the person, it looks like there are quite a few.
Let's take a look. And
we need to take a look because here's what. The person also indicated to me that the pumps and the stuff is so valuable that the community center never had a security officer before. It has security 24 hours now.
Oh, okay.
It must mean that the stuff in there is valuable.
Ever used?
No, new stuff they got donated to give away after burial.
And they just locked it up there?
Yes.
Burial is 1 year going on.
Plus, I'm trying to tell you what happening and you ain't paying attention.
I'm paying attention, but I thought, at least they tried one and, see how it goes. I couldn't believe they just locked the whole lot there.
Up down there.
Oh, jeez.
Ask your fella, your cousin, to check it out for you now.
Okay.
Did you say your cousin know all other things? Huh?
Whitehead cousin?
I don't know your cousin.
Oh.
Friends, you see this? I had to buy coffee. Nabi go home with the kettle. And she didn't bring it this morning. Yeah, but BJ, seriously. I believe that a farmer of your magnitude, if I can put it like that, should inquire about these pumps because it may be a pump that can help you.
Yeah, it's quite possible.
it may be a pump that can help you. And I'm sure that there are other farmers, based on where they are, that these pumps can help. But these pumps are there. They're there in the community center, and they've been there quite a while. There are folks who use the community center. There's a particular game, a ball game that they play. They have to play it in closed, confined conditions. And they have had to stop because the community center is now used.
Okay.
So that was the person who raised it with me. I said, hey, we can't get our normal sweat because the community center is used as a storage room. And I promised, only on Tuesday he told me that, and I promised that I'll go have a look. But I haven't been there as yet. But he did say to me that security is 24/7. So I don't know if anybody knows anything about that, and they can give us a call. They have 24-hour security. And if they'd given the stuff away, we would not have to pay security. I tell you what we're going to do. We have Dr. Antoine was there. He disappeared. I was just going to say, I saw him. I just saw him a short while ago. He disappeared. But we'll take a commercial break because, BJ, you have to leave at 9.
At 9-ish, yeah.
Well, not 9-ish, at 9.
9.
You have to leave at 9. Yeah.
So let's Doc come in now.
He probably will come back because I did see him a short while ago. So he probably his internet may be acting a bit. But BJ, again, thank you so much, very much for this.
More than welcome.
For this
every given time.
All right, then take
Hope
care.
you and Doc enjoy the rest of the program. Yeah, you too. Morning, Nabi. Thanks for the coffee. I appreciate it. You have to be a mature in order to do that.
Let me just hush you up.
This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we growing real.
From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every row. Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call. Banana, nutmeg, feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow real, grow Grenada. Part of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, we're proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. In the garden, in the field, real stories now revealed. Voices strong with tales to share of heritage, love and country care. Let the young and old unite, real expression shining bright. Agriculture is the way to build tomorrow from today. We grow real, grow Grenada. Part of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, agri proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. Soil to soul, we strong like lava. On the air, our stories thrive. Agriculture keeps us alive. Real FM, where the roots go deep. Agriculture Thursday, we sow and reap.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, Our roofing and guttering is weather resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Angel's Beauty Salon and Barbershop, Bruce Street Mall, St. George's, your one-stop destination for all things beauty. Hair services, relaxes, waves, treatments, braids, cornrows, natural hairstyles, locks and lock installation, wig installation, nail services, acrylic nails, gel nails, pedicures, and more. Call or WhatsApp us today, 1473-403-4421 to book your appointment today.
It's in the feeling and how we talk. It's in the meaning and our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. 'Cause the rhythm of life keeps pumping. Together going strong. No matter what, we keep things flowing. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrate and come let your rhythm flow.
Flow customers, you've been with us. You've stayed connected. And now, loyalty pays back. At Flow, we're rewarding our customers with $400 in vouchers. That's like 7 months off your mobile bill. Back in your pocket. Back to you. Simply add mobile to your current home internet plan and claim your $400 reward today. Loyalty pays back. That's how we keep your rhythm flowing.
The new Granville Credit Union debit card has made online shopping easier than ever. Quick, secure, and hassle-free. Just tap, pay, and shop with confidence. Get yours today.
Introducing Berger Travel-On from Answer Coatings Grenada Limited. Built tough for the Caribbean climate, Berger Travel-On is your one-coat solution for long-lasting protection and a beautiful textured finish. This patent texture design is available in 3 grades: ultra-fine, fine, and coarse, and in a wide range of colors, perfect for exterior and interior walls. Quick drying, low maintenance, and cost-effective. Berger Travel-On keeps your projects on time and within budget. So whether you're building your first home or refreshing your space with that modern look, beautify and protect your investment with Berger Travel-On. Visit the Color Shop Painter Studio.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Welcome to the latest update of news as produced by Triple N. We'll have the details when we return.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Hello and welcome back. Grenada's delegation to participate in Cannabis Festival in St. Vincent. As part of government's ongoing efforts to develop a comprehensive regulatory framework for cannabis decriminalization, a delegation from the Cannabis Legislation and Regularization Secretariat, along with members of the Cannabis Commission, will participate in the Cannabis Festival in St. Vincent and the Grenadines from October 2nd to the 5th, 2025. Some members of the Grenadian delegation arrived today ahead of the event, which blends medicinal cannabis education with culture, wellness, and community engagement. The festival will bring together patients, health professionals, traditional cultivators, and other stakeholders. The participation forms part of Grenada's consultative process in shaping its approach to cannabis policy. In the region in Ghana, President Dr. Mohamed Afrin Ali has assured that the National Assembly will reconvene within the constitutional timeframe. We get more in this report.
With incoming members of the opposition pressing for the swift convening of the 13th Parliament, President Irfan Ali clarified the timeline for reconvening. The head of state reassured citizens that Parliament will be reconvened within the constitutional limits following the recent general and regional elections and the swearing-in of his cabinet.
Guyana can trust the People's Progressive Party civic government, and you know that we will operate within the Constitution, and that is what we are doing.
President Ali pointed to Article 69(1) of the Constitution, which provides that Parliament must be reconvened within 4 months of its dissolution. He noted that Parliament was dissolved on July 3, giving its government ample time to act within the prescribed limits.
I still have a lot of time in the Constitution to reconvene Parliament. You know, I think it will take me some time in November within the Constitution.
The president further emphasized that his administration intends to act responsibly and transparently and will ensure all parliamentary actions adhere strictly to constitutional requirements.
I was elected as president, and what I can assure you and Guyana is that it will be reconvened within the constitutional limits and constitutional time frame.
The assurance follows the September 1, 2025 general and regional elections, where the Ghana Elections Commission GCOM confirmed that the PPPC secured 36 seats in the 6-5-member National Assembly.
And in sports and football, Newcastle United clinched first Champions League win of the season. Anthony Gordon netted 2 penalties as Newcastle United bounced back from a dramatic defeat to Arsenal, securing a convincing victory over Union Saint-Gilloise. The Magpies showed no sign of a hangover at Lotto Park, with Nick Waldmead opening the score in the 17 minutes after Anthony Elanga's cross was cleared into his path by the Union defense. This marks Newcastle's first away win in the Champions League since 2003, highlighting their determination to respond strongly in Europe. This ends the latest update of news as produced by Triple N. I am your presenter, Kira Gonpot, thanking you for joining us.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Angel's Beauty Salon and Barbershop, Bruce Street Mall, St. George's, your one-stop destination for all things beauty. Hair services, relaxes, waves, treatments, braids, cornrows, natural hairstyles, locks and lock installation, wig installation, nail services, acrylic nails, gel nails, pedicures, and more. Call or WhatsApp us today, 1473-403-4421 to book your appointment today.
St. Patrick, get ready. It's the After Work Lime happening Friday, October 17th at the St. Patrick Anglican Schoolyard. Come straight from work and enjoy an evening of good vibes, great company, and plenty eats on sale. Barbecue chicken, pork, chicken and chips, and much more. Music powered by the one and only DJ White Boy, keeping the energy high all night long. And it's all for a great cause. Proceeds go towards the refurbishment of the St. Patrick Anglican Rectory and the Pastoral Center St. Mary's. So mark your calendars. Friday, October 17th. The place to be is the St. Patrick Anglican Schoolyard for the After Work Lime. Don't miss it.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings, and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438 64337. Gittins Home and Garden Center. From your farm to your backyard.
Are you passionate about helping others? Caring, compassionate, and reliable? Then guess what? This job is calling your name. A caregiver is needed in Duquesne St. Mark, and it can be you making the difference. Don't sit back. Step up, shine, and show your heart. Call 442-9749 right now. That's 442-9749. Be the caregiver who changes lives starting today. Don't miss your chance to make an impact.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Look no further than the Chameleon Design Studios, the creative powerhouse behind Key Central and dozens of standout brands across Grenada and beyond. From web designs, animations, and motion graphics to custom video productions, we bring your visions to life with unmatched efficiency and professionalism. Need a logo? Logo design starts at just $1,500, and our starter pack includes brochures, call cards, and letterheads. Whether you're launching a new business, revamping your identity, or telling your story visually, Chameleon Design Studios is the new face of designs. Call us now at 1473-422-8601 or scan that QR code. Follow us on Instagram at chameleon_473. Let's communicate. Call us today.
Hey Grenada, are you ready to take charge of your future? The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is here to help you make it happen. Whether you're starting a savings journey, planning for education, or chasing your big dreams, we've got the tools and support you need. With savings, loans, mortgages, and expert financial advice, your goals are within reach. And for the youth of our nation, we believe in you. Let us help you build the foundation for a brighter tomorrow. Visit us at Jubilee Street, Grenville, Lucas Street, St. George, or our brand new modern spaces at Seton Brunk Street, Grenville.
Sing Berger Travel On from Answer Coatings Grenada Limited. Built tough for the Caribbean climate, Berger Travel On is your one-coat solution for long-lasting protection and a beautiful textured finish. This patent textured design is available in 3 grades: ultra-fine, fine, and coarse, and in a wide range of colors, perfect for exterior and interior walls. Quick drying, low maintenance, and cost-effective. Berger Roll-On keeps your projects on time and within budget. So whether you're building your first home or refreshing your space with that modern look, beautify and protect your investment with Berger Roll-On. Visit the Color Shop Painter Studio at Frequente Industrial Park St. George or our hardware partners nationwide today. Berger, for lasting beauty and protection.
This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we're growing real.
From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly. Plenty pride in every row. Grenada's roots forever.
Yeah, I'm back.
Sunrise brings the harvest call.
Good morning, Sky. Deborah.
We salute the ones who feed.
Oh, really, Deborah? I didn't know that.
Real Grenada, part of the land, real.
Yeah, Dr. Antoine was there. I don't know what happened to Dr. Antoine. I know I saw him there. I saw him there, but I don't know what happened to Dr. Antoine. Who is that now? Oh, I thought it was Nabby again. Thought it was Nabby again bothering me. That's what she does at all times. I am... I'm having a laugh. I'm sending a message here and I'm having a laugh at the same time. So, well, if Dr. Antoine was there, I would have been able to continue the program, but seeing that BJ had to leave and Dr. Antoine didn't, Oh, here he comes. Here he comes again. Here he comes again, friends. Here he comes again. Because I was saying that if he indeed, then I just have to sort of how they call it, shut it down for a minute. Yeah, I would have had to shut it down. I ain't that intelligent to do all this on my own. But in speaking to Dr. Entwine, yeah, I will be speaking to him shortly. Hold on, friends, just give me a minute. Oh, there he is. Dr. Entwine, top of the morning to you, sir. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Andrew. I'm fine, thanks. Oops, sorry, one second.
Yeah. And let's do this.
Yeah, always do this. Refurb with my system on.
Yeah, well.
Good morning, Andrew. How are you doing?
Not you, sir.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said not too bad. How are you, Doc? I said sir before. I didn't say Doc.
Not sir yet. Not be.
Yeah.
Will not be. I'm fine, thanks. I'm fine, thanks. I've been listening to your program earlier on this morning, and I suspect that the discussion focused on the solutions to the potential water problem or the already beginning water problem we have.
Well, didn't you indicate that we might be talking something on water this week?
Well, that's fine, but what I wanted to add is my 2 cents worth. I wanted to add is basically the issue of the water problem or rainfall here in Grenada is one we have not seriously addressed. And I'm saying, so let's look at it. The issue of water availability here and rainfall is part of the global climate change that we're experiencing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the intense heat we've been experiencing is a reflection of that, of global warming. But one of the things we need to bear in mind is that the rainfall is also a function of the forest, the amount of forest we have on our hills here, on the mountains here. And often I see heavy clouds just blanketing the mountain tops, on my way to and from work. And I've come to realize that despite the heavy clouds and the abundant clouds blanketing the mountain range, we get little rainfall. And it seems to me evident that part of the problem here is the absence of the trees. I think earlier on BJ would have made mention of the need for trees to encourage rainfall. Well, yes, we've always known that trees basically facilitate rainfall in the mountain tops.
Mm-hmm.
And we have mountains, yes. We have heavy, thick clouds blanketing the mountain ranges at that.
Mm-hmm.
Little rainfall. And the reason, I believe, is the absence of trees, Andre. We are yet to understand fully that the mountains that we're seeing green are in essence treeless for the most part. I would say they probably have about 15, if they have 20% trees, that would be great. Most of the greenery in the mountains are vine, baliji, bamboo, and wakanu. And those are not trees designed or capable of inducing or seducing the clouds to precipitate. And I'm saying that because it seems to me after Hurricane Ivan, there was no attempt whatsoever to reforest the mountains. And so the absence of the trees up in the mountains would in some part play a role in the reduction in the rainfall that we're experiencing here in Grenada. Despite, of course, you understand that the problem of global warming is a result of excessive use or abuse of Earth's resources, including the fossil fuels and, of course, deforestation. And so we need to address the issue of reforesting the mountains and hills we have here, because in the absence, we will continue to experience reduced rainfall over the next years ahead of us. So the earlier we begin reforesting the mountains, the better it will for us. And that's an issue that we have not addressed and has not been given any serious consideration.
Okay.
There was once upon a time we used to have people called forest rangers. And their task at the time, if I rightly recall, as a little boy growing up, was to maintain the forests. So they'd make sure that the trails in the forest were maintained. They would make sure that trees are taken care of. And they would even have nurseries for various trees and plants that they wanted to propagate. And I'm not sure we have that anymore, So when we neglect the forests and the trees in the forests and on the hills and the mountains, we are in essence encouraging and inducing the absence of water precipitation. So the call basically has to be one for reforesting our mountains and hills, as well as planting trees around in the communities and in the towns, so that we can provide a much wider canopy of forage or trees or whatever you want to call it, that will help to keep the place cooler, at least induce rainfall.
You know, something that's very interesting as you speak of the trees here and the trees not being replanted in the forest. Uh, I there's a statement that was made by all of us in Grenada after Hurricane Ivan. And that statement was, wow, boy, guys are Grenada, and you see how the place get back green quickly. And now that you've said what you said, I'm realizing that what we saw was a lot of vines growing back, and the vines covered the hillside. And the vines don't necessarily give you the same result as the trees, do they?
Very correct. Very correct.
So we were seeing vines growing back, and we felt okay, not realizing that, hey, that's vines, that's not trees, and we are going to have problems in years to come. So in time to come, which is now, we're having those problems, ain't it?
Correct. Very correct.
I'm a genius, Doc. I told you I was a genius.
Yes. The truth is, Andre, if you were to hike up to Mount Catherine or Fedon or any of the mountain tops we have here,
Mm-hmm.
you would literally be walking in the blazing sun for more than 3/4 of the trail. And what you would see alongside the trail would be the vines growing, the balaje growing, and the bamboo. And every now and again, you see the wakanu trees, and those are the primary vegetation in those areas, which are not conducive to precipitating rainfall here in the country. And so we need to embark on a serious, a very assertive program of planting trees in our forests, which is why I never understood why we cutting 10 miles of maho in St. David's area, But that's just
why are they cutting that into? Do you know why they're cutting that?
To make way for the transportation convey of the water from 1910 down to St. David's. Pure and simple. They wouldn't tell you that. They'll give you some nonsense story about the maho taking up too much water from the soil. Well, that's not true. The truth is, the maho, I understand, was introduced after Hurricane Janet because of its quick growth and its ability to induce rainfall. And that is what and that is what has provided good forestation for us over the years, in addition to providing us good lumber for furniture making. So yes, here is where we have failed to do what is in our national interest. And we continue to do so irrespective of the fact that we actually experiencing the low rainfall. I mean, remember, this is supposed to be our rainy season, right? And it seems to me our rainy season is more like our dry season, what used to be our dry season anyway. And so the constant complaining about the intense heat and the high temperature we're experiencing reflects to a great extent the absence of the rainfall. And the absence of the rainfall is to a great extent a function of the absence of the trees on the mountains and the hills. So that's why that's a fundamental problem we have, and it's not being addressed.
So what do we do, Doc? What do we do? I came up with a suggestion this morning which simply said this. Nawasa needs to spend more to educate more as it relates to water conservation, water usage. There needs to be, because it boils down to us as adults still don't understand what we need to be doing with water and how we need to treat that, because water is, we may believe it's a finite source. It's an infinite source, but it isn't. It's a finite source. It could dry up.
Well, there's a principle that says matter is neither created nor destroyed, but is transformed from one form to the other. So that's a question that could be
You're
debated.
transformed to dust.
But
Transformed to
but
dust.
but the point I want to make, all those ideas of water conservation, etc., are good ideas, but they are responses to the lack of consistent and an abundance of water that we used to experience. Now is the time we have to address the source of the fundamental source of the problem we're experiencing here in Grenada. There was a time when, in the Gary period, there was an advertisement that was run: carry a tree to Carriacou, so as to assist in encouraging rainfall in Carriacou. And that program went on for a time. But then I don't know what became of it over time. But the long and short is that same principle is what we need to apply here in Grenada. Carry a tree to the mountain and plant it. But that has to be done in an organized and planned way, so as to ensure that we have the best quality trees being planted, that they've been managed and nurtured so that they can grow and provide the deforestation we're looking for. And so that's where we are. The source of the problem we're having, we're not addressing. We talk about dealing with the symptoms that we experience, but we're not talking about dealing with the source of the problem. And the source of the problem goes right back to the deforestation that we experience here in Grenada and globally. And now we're paying the consequence of the price for that global deforestation, which is why countries are prepared to pay the Latin American countries to protect the Amazon forests, because as they describe it, it's the lungs of the world. And the lungs of the world helps, of course, in addition to cleaning up the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, but also provides an opportunity for the rainfall. And that's what we're failing to do here in Grenada. We're failing to address the source of the problem of reduced poor rainfall that we been experiencing over the last several years. So I would suggest that the Ministry of Agriculture and Forestry specifically has to mobilize a lot of the unemployed labor we have here and aggressively address the issue of reforesting our mountains and hills. And that, in my opinion, would have an intermediate time period of helping to reverse the problem we're experiencing.
It's important that you said that word there, reverse, Dr. Antoine, because I was thinking that this is not something that we can reverse, but you are at least giving some sort of a hope.
Yes, it's reversible. It's reversible. It's reversible. The problem is we're not addressing the source of the problem. And until we do that, we'll continue to face the problem, and as it gets worse. There will be a point in time when it may not be easily reversed, but we are at a stage where we still can reverse it, because believe you me, if you look at from your St. Patrick's area, when you step out of your building on the steps there,
yeah,
and you look over the hills, you see thick clouds on the hills up there, don't you?
Yeah.
But no rainfall. In the past,
that is correct.
In the past, when there were trees up on those hills, you'd have had rainfall. Now you don't have those trees there, so there's nothing to precipitate the moisture in the atmosphere or in the clouds to fall as rain. Except when the clouds become excessively laden with moisture. Until then, we get a little rainfall. But the core problem facing our reduced rainfall here in Grenada is, to a great extent, the absence of the trees on the hills and the mountains in Grenada. And that's precisely what Gary understood when he said carry a tree to Carriacou, because he knew very well that trees help to precipitate rainfall. And so we have to encourage the Ministry of Forestry as well as our farmers. Our farmers have to make sure that the trees up in the hills and the farms are retained to help encourage rainfall.
Well, but Doc, in the same breath, while we are saying that, hey, farmers have to understand it, but farmers need to do so and clear the lands that they have to plant that which they may be able to exchange for money.
That's true. That's true. But you don't expect farmers to be putting out X amount and getting back Y amount less than X. And that's the big problem we're experiencing as farmers now, where our inputs are greater than our returns. And hence the reason why more and more people are abandoning the farming. So less people are planting nutmegs, less people are planting cocoa, and now we're seeing significant reduction in the crops that we traditionally produce. So yes, there must be some significant collaboration between the farmers, the private sector, and government specifically needs to lead. The government needs to lead the process of reforestation and not depend on our farmers to do that for us.
Well, I honestly thought that they were going. Well, not. You see again, and I was going to just take a jab at government there because
No need to.
no. I'm just saying. I'm just going to say it like this. Well, when the government just came in, they did a magnificent thing, which was they started to, and it started in St. David, to plant a spice tree.
That's a big joke.
And I don't know what happened with that. And if we have to take from that, then how the hell are we going to replenish our forests or hillsides?
Give me a break here, Andrew. I need to tell you something there. 1 second.
Oh, sure thing, no problem. Go ahead. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. What we're going to do is that we're going to take a commercial break. And yeah, we'll come back in a short while. Dr. Twine and Andre Donald. First, we had Bertrand John, and he was speaking all about diseases in your hair this morning. So we had Bertrand John, and he's gone. He has to go to his farm. So we're going to take a commercial break, and Doc will be back.
This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9. Real. Whoa.
It's in the feeling and how we talk. It's in the meaning and our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. Cause the rhythm of life is pumping. Together going strong. No matter what we keep exploring. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrate and come let your rhythm flow.
Angel's Beauty Salon and Barbershop, Bruce Street Mall, St. George's, your one-stop destination for all things beauty. Hair services, relaxes, waves, treatments, braids, cornrows, natural hairstyles, locks and lock installation, wig installation, nail services, acrylic nails, gel nails, pedicures, and more. Call or WhatsApp us today, 1473-403-4421 to book your appointment today.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
The new Granville Credit Union debit card has made online shopping easier than ever. Quick, secure, and hassle-free. Just tap, pay, and shop with confidence. Get yours today.
Introducing Berger Travel-On from Answer Coatings Grenada Limited. Built tough for the Caribbean climate, Berger Travel-On is your one-coat solution for long-lasting protection and a beautiful textured finish. This patent texture design is available in 3 grades: ultra-fine, fine, and coarse, and in a wide range of colors, perfect for exterior and interior walls. Quick drying, low maintenance, and cost-effective, Berger Travel-On keeps your projects on time and within budget. So whether you're building your first home or refreshing your space with that modern look, beautify and protect your investment with Berger Travel-On. Visit the Color Shop Painter Studio at Frequente Industrial Park St. George or our hardware partners nationwide today. Berger, for lasting beauty and protection.
Flow customers, you've been with us. You've stayed connected. And now, loyalty pays back. At Flow, we're rewarding our customers with $400 in vouchers. That's like 7 months off your mobile bill. Back in your pocket. Back to you. Simply add mobile to your current home internet plan and claim your $400 reward today. Loyalty pays back. That's how we keep your rhythm flowing.
This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we growing real.
From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every row. Green Day does fruits forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call. Banana, nutmeg, feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow Grenada, heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, we're proud and wise.
Proud and wise. It's a Thursday, 9:33. That's our time. You wondering where's? Yeah, I'm wondering too. Where is he? Oh, he's back. He's back. As they say, how do they say it? I think they say it like this: back with a bang. Back with a bang. He is. I think he's ready. So let's go over. Let's go back to him. Where is he? He's in How you call it, place? Monks and Ovens. Is that how they call the place? Let's check in with him.
Actually, I'm in Butch Grove right now.
Oh, you're in Birch Grove. I thought you were in Monks and Ovens.
No, I didn't get there yet. I'm trying to deal with a couple issues here before I head down.
Do you ever have a water problem in Birch Grove?
I do have a water problem.
What? You mean you have too much water?
Let me tell you two things. One, the river volume, the river flow that I used to know 5-10 years ago has been reduced significantly. And two, I can't believe that in this day and age, after building one of the biggest reservoir in St. Cyr or Spring Garden, we still have water outage owing to serious or significant rainfalls that occur every now and again. So yes, we do have water problems. In fact, there are times when I observe school children not being able to go to school on time because they've not had water in the house so that they could shower to get to school on time, So yeah, we do have water problems here in which shouldn't be, because you would have thought, or one would have thought, that after so many years of running our own affairs, the authorities responsible for the water utility would have devised ways and means to ensure that whenever there is a problem with a pipeline somewhere, there's always a mechanism to ensure continued supply of water, especially in morning times when children and workers need to prepare to go to work or go to school. And yet still we do have, water shortage. You wake up in the morning and there's no water sometimes. So it's a problem still. Coupled with the reduced volume of water that flows in our river, we have a problem. And again, that goes back to the rainfall up in the mountains. You were saying something?
No, you go ahead.
Before I went to tend to my two things there, you mentioned the planting of the spice planting in St. David's.
That was a brilliant thing.
Well, but I mean, you don't start a program or a project with planting one tree, Come on, Andre. If you're doing a project, you would have a plan in the first instance that outlines how you're going to accomplish the specific goals of that project. And then you're going to ensure that you have people to implement the specific aspects of that project. That will be followed by some degree of accountability.
Oh, hold on, Doc. Hold on. I don't know what happened there, but let me double check. I think you're back.
Yes, I'm here. Yeah. And so that that act of just planting a tree without a plan is like I don't know how to best describe it, but it's a nonsensical idea, you know. You don't plant a tree and use words to describe something you would like to achieve, and then you don't have a plan to achieve it. And that's one of the problems we face here in the agricultural sector, and probably in the educational sector too, if I'm not mistaken. But let's stick with agriculture, because you cannot be talking about food security and food sovereignty. You don't have a plan for rehabilitating the 95% of abandoned agricultural lands. And you don't have a plan to ensure that you provide incentives for our farmers to continue farming. You don't have a plan to ensure that our farmers' produce is not abused by culprits or thieves, and there is no recourse for the farmers. So there are a host of problems facing farmers in our communities, you know, and coupled with the decrease in the degree of actual farming activity that's occurring in Grenada. But the core problems are not being addressed. And one of those problems is the issue of water, which is what you're being addressing this morning. And so we need to go back to the drawing board and reconfigure how we're going to deal with the issue of quote unquote climate change, water conservation and preservation, but also the reforestation of our mountains and hills, and encouraging our farmers to plant more trees in the lands. And I don't know, we as a people, we become very complacent, and we just take things for granted or normal, and we need to get off our seats and start working a lot harder, you know.
But going back to what you said, Doc, yes, working a little harder, but you also said working with a PLAN.
Yes. And that is the plan that would allow you to work harder. So you see, in the absence of a plan, you go nowhere. You know, any destination, you go any destination is
Any port for a storm.
any port for a storm. That's it. That's the expression I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But that doesn't solve the problem, because we have a fundamental problem of low rainfall. Period. And if the problem of low rainfall is one that we want to address, because it affects the amount of water we have available in our households, in our rivers, and for farming and irrigation purposes, then we have to address the core problem of the rainfall, because that's where we get our potable water from, you know. Which is why the company down in St. David's is happy to tap into the natural spring water we have in the Granite Tank area for the business down in St. David's, you know. Which, if you ask me, the true cost and price of that is the failure by our people to produce or construct a hydroelectric dam to generate green and cheaper electricity for our people. And that's the true cost of the choice of, you know, sending the water from Granite Tank to St. David's. But they wouldn't tell us that. And I'm going to raise that issue because it needs to be addressed in a more controversial and serious way. And unless we don't face the issues that are facing us and deal with them in a serious and assertive way, until then we'll continue to have problems. We'll continue to be talking, and we wouldn't see solutions to the problems that affect us on a daily basis. So the time is right for us to, you know, they talk about consultations, but even when you have consultations and ideas are brought up, they're just left hanging. Nobody takes up the ideas and say, okay, let us implement it or put it into a plan that will make a difference for our people. And so at the end of the day, the voice of our people is not really heard. And that's an issue that probably needs to be dealt with as well, because farmers complain, you know. Farmers complain about a host of issues, including the inability to irrigate or the cost of pumping or irrigation. Including the low rainfall and the low volume of water in the rivers, the low rainfall, and who is attention to the farmers.
I told BJ this morning. I just spoke of pumping there. I told BJ this morning that someone came to me on Tuesday and said to me that there are a number of pumps down at the the Fur Community Center that's down from me here, and other agricultural stuff. So I'm like, well, what's it doing there? They say, well, they use the place as a store room. They use the place as a storeroom, and this stuff has been there maybe close to about 4 months now.
But,
And these stuff has to do with based on my understanding, has to do with what you call it, pumps and other agricultural implements.
have you been able to verify that, or
I,
just
I am well I had to go down there but didn't get the chance to, so most definitely I'll make my way down there maybe today or tomorrow
so?
to have a look see, because it just doesn't sound right.
No, I wouldn't be
Because
surprised.
the person who spoke to me about it, the person said to me that it was a situation and that they're paying security 24/7 to watch to secure the building. It just doesn't sound right. If you have these stuff there and it's for farmers, then give it away. Which is what I said to him. He said, "Well, the pumps are really they're not pumps that you can handle, like one or two persons can handle on their own. The He gets the impression that they're bigger pumps that has to be handled with equipment, heavy equipment, and it's like you put them down in a place and that's it, and you use it from there."
Okay, so they might be community pumps as opposed to individual pumps for individual farmers.
Well, it could be for a community. It could be for a community of farmers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It could be
If
that.
if that's the case, then that'd be nice to know, because I think we need to move to a stage where we get into something called collective farming. Yes, collective farming, because farmers by themselves cannot face the operational cost of doing farming anymore by themselves. And so if collectives are formed, it will help to lighten the burden on each individual farmer to accomplish the task of producing the nation's food. But again, here is where the plan needs to be drawn up so as to accomplish the specific goals that we have. There is no way of talking about food security and food sovereignty when there is not a drawn up written plan for ensuring that. And that's a major problem. And we're very good at talking. We talk, and when it comes to getting things done, we fall back. And I don't know how we move forward with that kind of behavior. But the time is right for we as a people. We need to begin to actively agitate and participate in the changes we'd like to see in our communities and in our country. We could no longer just sit back and assume that those changes will occur.
Correct.
And that's accomplished by Andre and not me. We as a people, we need to collectively begin to assert ourselves in helping to deal with the problems that we are facing. And we cannot just depend and rely on the government to solve all the problems we have. But at the same time, we need the collaboration of the government with the farmers. And in the absence of communication, how do you get collaboration to occur? So it's a two-way street when it comes to getting things accomplished, but specifically there are specific things that the government, I think, is obligated to do in the national interest, ensure the sovereignty and the sustainability of our water supply here in Grenada. We too have to play our role in terms of reducing our consumption of and abuse and waste of potable water specifically. We also have to think creatively of using alternative water sources for other projects. Like I see there are some people who literally wash their cars in the river down in Dunfermline there.
Yeah, that's a dangerous thing, isn't it?
Well, yes and no. If it's a bad weather, heavy rain falling, you don't want to be there. But when the weather is fair, I think it's fairly safe to be able to go.
No, I'm talking dangerous for the organisms in the water.
Well, that's a point. That's a for life. Yeah. Wildlife.
I honestly thought, Doc, that by now the danger would have been spotted by someone who knows, because this thing has been happening
For years.
King hatchet was a hammer.
Okay.
And I would want to believe that someone who knows would have spotted that and caused the authorities to erect a blockage, so you can maybe take the water out. You can leave, so you can take the water out with a bucket and let you take it to your car parked wherever, close there, whatever, and do the car. But to have, because you don't know what toxins you're putting in the water, and then you have that water going down to pearls
That's a point, a valid point.
and animals ingesting the water down there.
Yep, that could contaminate the aquatic species
Yeah.
that we consume, right? Yeah, I didn't consider that, but that's a very important point, and so maybe that whole practice needs to be reconsidered and
Yeah, it has. I mean, I've looked at it. And I'm like, and then the first time it came to, there was one day I was just wanting to be adventurous, and Doc. So what I did is that I drove down the river and drove back out on the next side, and I was like, yeah. And then something clocked, and something said to me, "Hey, Andre, what if you had an oil leak? That means that oil will get into the river."
Well, that's a point, a very
You
valid point.
understand? And
Yes.
and I was like, hey, since then I've always been saying that, hey, they need to erect something, nothing that's going to spoil the whole ambiance of the place, but just put maybe some of those sticks that they put into the ground, iron pieces they put, so no car can drive through.
Right.
You can put that, but so that, and you also make it wide enough so someone can come and park their car maybe high up the road and wash down their car with buckets, and not have truck, car, bus, bike,
But
cycle, everything get there.
Your point is something I didn't give thought to, I must admit.
I told you I'm a genius. I told you I'm a genius. I told you that.
But now I'm reflecting on it. It would also require some consideration as to where the washed water goes after washing the vehicles. Yeah?
Well, yeah, you'd have to work on that, but you probably put places where they can park their vehicles. So maybe, I don't know, but something has to be done.
Yeah, something could be done.
Something has to be done.
And making use, instead of using the potable water from the faucets, use the river water to do your vehicles. But that's the problem you're raising there, Andre, as regards the toxins going into the water downstream, is no different from people having their pig farms upstream and up in the mountains along the rivers.
True that.
And the Ministry of Health does little or nothing to deal with that issue. So we have a number of problems facing our water sources, right?
You see, one of the things, Doc, is that the Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Health, they are more concerned to come in to see if your pigs are being kept in a okay condition, if you're killing in the proper place or whatever, so that they say, okay, fine, yeah, your pigs are good. They are not, or maybe I'm assuming here, but I get the feeling that they are not concentrating on where is the waste going.
And maybe that's a question we need to pose to them and get them to start considering in a serious way as well, so that they shouldn't just be seeing things in isolation as they do the inspections, but they should look at the global picture of every site they visit to see what's the consequence of the farming activity in that particular area.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's an issue that probably should be discussed on a more national level and be dealt with assertively.
Well, just as how they're dealing with the lights, we're gonna have a big opening for the lights in Progress Park on Sunday, and then they can do some maybe on Monday, get their heads together and go to the Dunfermline area and realize, hey, what can we do here? How can we work? Because I'm not saying displace the people who use the river to wash. I'm not saying to totally displace them. I'm saying that, hey, maybe we need to sit to these people and talk, and education goes into the whole process,
Yes.
and let them know, hey, this is what is happening. And we are going to be doing some testing down the river to see what's there, whether or not we still have crayfish there. I bet there's still some crayfish probably just do so and build up a certain resistance to all this oil and whatever. But what are some of the things that we're not seeing downriver?
Yeah,
And who else is using the river down from you? And why is it that you should not be putting oil, gas, and whatever else into the river?
Because
Diesel, kerosene.
yeah, because downstream might just be the farmer who is pumping the same water into his vegetable plots, right?
That could be. And remember that when you go downstream, you're moving into flat areas where
Yeah.
farmers are likely to be doing mechanized farming, which would cause for them to pump from the river.
Right. Right. So it's an issue that has to be addressed. Now that you raise it, I think we need to pay greater mind to it. I'm glad you raised it.
I'm a genius. I told you I'm a genius.
Yeah, but the question remains, Andre.
Yeah?
How do we ensure and work towards ensuring that our farmers, our people, and our government collectively, collaboratively,
Mm-hmm.
work to deal with the issue of reduced rainfall that we're experiencing in the rainy season and better management of our water resources like the river issue you just raised and upstream as well, the pig farming and other things that occur up there?
Doc, how you ask how do we do it? And I think I said that to BJ earlier on. Nawasa is the main benefactor of water in Grenada. Would you agree?
Well, they claim to control all the water sources,
Yeah,
which is
well, whether under the control, but they're the one who benefit most from
Yes.
water in Grenada, Nawasa.
Yes.
So if you benefit the most, then it is the onus is on you to start doing PSAs. Do you understand?
PSAs are what they ask?
Public service announcement.
All right,
So
thanks.
you do these infomercials and whatever, and they're going to be ones that are targeting the children. They're going to be those that targeting young adults and those that targeting those who have trucks and those who have buses and whatever. But you do them so that they when they when these things go out, it serves as a reminder for the entire nation. And once the nation is educated in relation to the water, then I believe we will see changes. If Nawasa starts to speak to the person who feels that he or she is upstream and they can do whatever, empty their garbage, if they have a broken pipe to a septic tank and it's going into the river, it's not going to bother anybody. But they're not thinking about what's happening downstream. You washing down your animal pen, could be goat, could be pig, whatever. You washing it down and yes, it looks nice and clean. So when the people from Ministry of Health come, yeah, that looks good. But what did you do with where did the water go?
The wastewater.
Wastewater. These are the things that you have to do to speak to the people, to speak to the people within Grenada as it relates to better practices. Nawasa should lead that. Ministry of Health may follow. Ministry of Education could follow. Ministry of Agriculture definitely should follow. But the lead should be that of Nawasa.
Here too, Andre, we need to draw the government's attention to our citizens dumping waste material on the banks and hills of rivers.
Mm-hmm.
And that's far too often an occurrence in our society for us to accept it.
There's someone just sent that. Send something like that. What about the farmers who wash their cans? There are farmers who would use Gramoxone and they wash the can in the river. All crayfish down for baby about quarter mile, all crayfish dead.
Yeah. So we have some serious problems that we need to address as regards the quality of our water source, how we manage our water source, and how we ensure that we have improved and better quality rainfall over the years. But those are problems that are national issues that need to be addressed collectively, collaboratively with our farmers, our citizens, and our government in a joint way, in a very collaborative way, to make sure that the goals that we set out ourselves be accomplished within a reasonable time, at a reasonable cost, but quickly as possible.
You got it right there. I am so very generous this morning, Doc, Dr. Entwine, that I gave you 2 minutes.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I give you 2 minutes.
Oh, you give me 2 minutes, additional minutes?
Yeah, two minutes to wrap it all up from your end.
Oh, I thought that was my concluding remarks there.
No. I'm giving it to you now.
All right, thanks. We do have a serious problem as regards the management and use of our water and the quality of our water and availability of our water for our farmers specifically, who at the end of the day are responsible for providing our food. But the problem we have is also one of our lack of attention to the core issues facing the agricultural sector, one of water availability and poor rainfall, especially in the rainy season. And that issue of rainfall and water quality and availability need to be addressed aggressively, assertively, and quickly, both by the government and its ministries of agriculture and health particularly, as well as by our farmers in a collective way, collaborative way, to ensure that we get the quality of results we're looking for. If we don't deal with that issue within the next 6-12 months maximum, then the issue will become ultimately irreversible. So the plea is for us to become more aware of our use of water, and be mindful of the need to ensure we encourage each other to be our own policemen, watchmen.
Mm-hmm.
But we also need the government to take the leadership role in improving the status of the situation, i.e., reforesting our mountains and our hills, supporting our farmers in the process of their agricultural practices, giving the support necessary and incentives, and dealing with the resources that we have available for our national development and taking greater care of it. I think that's where I like to end my morning session with us.
Here ended the lesson. That's how they say it in the church, isn't it? Here ended the lesson. Here ended the lesson on our agricultural program for this morning.
Thank you very much.
And I believe that we still need to. It was just by chance that we ended up with water this morning. But I believe that we still have a lot to do, meaning on the agricultural program, as we speak to water. And maybe we need to bring in someone who is dependent on pumping water to irrigate, and how they're doing, and how was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago in relation to quantum of water in available, and what is it they're doing different now. I believe that we need to start touching on those. And we also need, Doc, I give you a thing here. You need to find for me a fisherman in the parish of St. Andrew who is willing to talk, because we need to put some focus on the whole fishing industry and to let fishermen know that, hey, all is not lost. Yes, the government will be doing, we hope, what they can so as to see if they can restore that trade thing with the United States. But again, here comes, not NAWASA this time, but the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council needs to start to do more so as to get our people to utilize more fish. If we holding the fish and we selling it abroad, and then we coming back and buy tuna
and chicken.
We're buying tuna in the tin now. And we feel we smart now.
Yes.
You understand? Come on. We need to do better than that. We have animals here, and we need to do so and start replenishing the whole stock. Yeah. We need to start doing that. We have the fish out there. We need to take care of it so that we can utilize it. Hey, why can't we feed our children other things than feeding them chicken and rice every day? That ain't making no sense. Doc, have a good day. Take care of yourself. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Andre. You have a great one. See you
all
next
right, then. Bye-bye now. Take care. Bye-bye. It's real. It's 91.
Real FM. From the soil to your soul. We're growing real. From the mountain to the sea. Farmers working endlessly.
And that's going to do it, my friends, for yet another day.
Forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest.
The police are here.
Make feeding all.
I hope they don't go with me.
With every hand on every seat.
Hey, take care of yourself. Catch you again. That will be when? For agriculture, it's next Thursday. For the police, it's today. Goodbye. God bless you. Take care. Remember, don't do what I wouldn't do. News next, then the police.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest update of news as produced by Triple N. We'll have the details when we return.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantabelle and our showroom on Ben Jones Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction.
Call us today on 442-4645.
Classic Furniture.
Hello and welcome back. I am your presenter, Kira Gonpot. Opposition MP Peter David is urging government to put forward a comprehensive plan to reform Grenada's public transport system, calling it a matter of dignity, fairness, and national development. Speaking on his podcast as a leader of the soon-to-be launched The Movement, David said the current system leaves commuters, students, and workers in daily struggles while bus operators face mounting challenges. In the region in Guyana, amid present blackouts affecting communities nationwide, former Minister of Public Infrastructure David Patterson is calling for urgent reforms within the Guyana Power and Light Company, pointing to what he describes as abysmal performance at the management level. Antonio Day has this report.
Many Guyanese have to feel the brunt of prolonged power outages, which at times are attributed to maintenance of utility posts or, worse yet, power surges. Many critics have questioned the effectiveness of the Guyana Power and Light Company, despite investments in power ships and consent mechanisms to increase the nation's power generation capacity, such as the Wales Gas LNG project. However, David Patterson, former Minister of Public Infrastructure, has attributed these issues to the management of GPL and believes that these issues continue to worsen due to improper oversight and lack of strategic planning.
The full truth is that they have no clue. The change still wouldn't change the underlying. They have no clue how to manage our power grid. We will get blackouts because the gas shore project is languishing and not going to finish.
The former Member of Parliament noted that GPL continues to fail abysmally and a serious and urgent change in the company's management is needed.
The first thing that they should do is actually get rid of almost all of the persons at GPL and bring in real professionals that know what they're doing.
Many commercial entities and university students who rely solely on the internet have been lamenting the frequent power outages. Some citizens on social platforms in frustration have deplored the lengthy power outages and have suggested that maintenance be conducted during the wee hours in the morning. Mr. Patterson, taking note of this, said GPL's new management should revise the scheduling format.
I don't know in any other country, every single week during the course of the day, there is always line maintenance issues. That is unacceptable.
According to Patterson, under his tenure as Minister of Public Infrastructure, there was a proper scheduling and effective project management.
Day or night. I mean, we had a schedule. You were supposed to be progressively working to, you know what I mean? So what they're doing is they're hopscotching around the country, you know. They're 1 week they're in Camerville, next week they're in South.
And in sports and cricket, the India women's team has kicked off their ICC ODI World Cup campaign with a 99-run victory over Sri Lanka. The margin of victory might suggest a facile win, but it was not easy going for Harmanpreet Kaur and her team as the underrated Lankans showed fine skills and abundant spirit through the match. At one stage, batting first, India was reduced to a precarious 124 for 6, the strong top order backed in an ungratifying sequence of unforced errors, with an unexpected setback looming over the stadium in Guwahati City. This ends the latest update of news as produced by Triple N. Thank you for joining us.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
They say the business bad, there are other people's business at worse. They complaining, things are hard, other people who are harder than hard. Oh, how I wish people's life would just switch around from poor to being rich and rich to being poor, cause most of them never know how life stinks down below. They never take time off to see how it feels to be on the breadline, Lord. If I could, I want to help somebody. I don't need help for myself, but Lord, that's my request. Help me to help somebody. I want to help the poor and the needy. I want to protect the weak from the strong.
Good morning, listeners. Welcome to another edition of Beyond the Badge. We are so grateful to have you with us today. As always, let me begin by giving thanks to Almighty God for granting us another day to come together and discuss important issues affecting our community. With you today, hosting this program, I'm WPC Knight, attached to the Sutter's Police Station. And we have two special guests with us. Today, we are honored to have Constable 350 Philip, attached to the Prida Larceny Task Force, and we have Prevention Officer Modeste. This is his second time joining us on the program, and we are excited to have him back. With his experience in the field of Prida Larceny, which involves the protection of livestock and produce, Constable Philip brings invaluable insights to our discussion today. Before we dive into today's topic, I want to take a moment to salute our farmers and livestock owners across Grenada. Your dedication and hard work are the backbone of our nation, providing us with food that sustains us and ensuring the well-being of our livestock. We know the challenges you face, whether it's battling the elements, managing the health of your animals, or navigating market uncertainties. We hear your cries and we feel your pain. Please know that your efforts are deeply appreciated and we stand with you. Keep pushing forward, for your perseverance is what keeps our island thriving. Now, today we'll be looking at a significant piece of legislation that impacts our farmers and livestock owners directly, the Stock Trespass Act. This law plays a crucial role in protecting farmers' livelihood by addressing the issues of animals trespassing on private property and causing damage. We'll be exploring this act in detail with Constable Philip and our Prevention Officer Modeste, asking key questions that will help us all better understand how it works and what it means for our community. So let's start by understanding the basics. First of all, officers, you can go ahead and introduce yourselves to the public.
Pleasant good morning. My name is Rondell Philip, Police Constable 350, attached to the Prida Larceny Department, Northern District.
Pleasant good morning to the Real FM listeners. My name is Avian Modest, Prevention Officer 26, attached to the Northern District of St. Patrick's.
Right. So let's start by asking, can you explain what the Stock Trespass Act is and its primary purpose?
All right, good morning. The Stock Trespass Act is a legislation designed designate to protect property owners, particularly farmers, from damage caused by stray and trespassing animals. It outlined the responsibilities of animal owners and the rights of the property owners in such situations.
Okay, as you rightly heard it there from Officer Philip. Now we'd like to know what type of animals are typically covered under the Stock Trespass Act.
Generally, the act it covers the livestock such as cattle, goats, sheep, pigs, and horses. These animals are most likely to cause significant damage to crops and property when they stray.
Okay, so how does the law define trespass in the context of livestock?
Trespass is defined as unlawful entry of livestock onto someone else's property without the owner's permission, resulting in damage to crops, fencing, and other properties.
Right. So as you said, without the owner's permission. So if an animal is tied and let's say the rope is long and the animal goes over into the other property, that is considered as
Yes.
trespass.
Yes. And also for as we're on that, there are animals, for example, mother with kids. The mother may tie in the property that somebody have consent to, and the kids stray. Those fall under.
Okay. Right. So what steps can a property owner take if they find trespassing animals on their lands?
Right. Property owners can impound the trespassing animals and report the incident to the authorities. They may also entitle to compensation for any damage caused. So this is telling you, you are the owner of a property and you go to your garden, you observe animal in your garden, and the law is saying you can impound it. And when you impound it, you can call the authorities. The authorities meaning the police, or you can call the Ministry of Agriculture.
Okay, great. So, farmers, I hope you're listening because we are getting a lot of insights on the topic this morning. So, are there any requirements for how livestock should be managed to prevent trespassing?
Yes, there are. Livestock owners are required to ensure that the animals are properly enclosed and managed to prevent them from straying into neighboring properties. These include maintaining fence and barriers.
Okay. So, farmers, you heard it from the officers. Once you have your animals, you ensure that they are in an enclosed area. Right. So, what are the penalties for livestock owners who repeatedly allow their animals to trespass?
Penalties can include fines, impoundment of animals, and potentially being held liable for damages. Repeatedly offenses may result in more severe penalties. So this is telling you you can be fined, right? The animal can be impounded. And then other severe penalty, it might lead to other decision.
Right. So, if the trespassing continues, the penalties could be more severe.
Yes.
Right. So, how is the compensation for damages calculated if a farmer's crops are destroyed by trespassing livestock?
Compensation is typically calculated based on the market value of the damaged crop, taking into account the extent of the damage and the loss incurred by the farmer.
Okay, great. So, what happens to the impounded animal if the owner does not reclaim them?
If the owner does not reclaim the animal within a certain period, they may be sold at auction with the proceeds used to cover any of the damage and fines. The funds, if are to return to the owner. So what he's saying that in short, let's say for example, the damage of the crops that was done by the animal cost 100, but the animal was valued to $200. So when that animal sold, 100 should be given to the farmer that got the distress, and the remainder should be returned to the owner of the animal.
Okay, so farmers, you understand this. So it's not a matter of you just making a profit. So you cannot sell the people animal and then keep all the money to yourself. You will be compensated for your damage, and whatever remains should be returned to the farmer. So, is there a process for appealing fines or penalties under the Stock Trespass Act?
Yes. Livestock owners can appeal fines or penalties, though through the legal system, if they believe they have been unfairly imposed.
Okay.
So they are saying that is saying that they can appeal if they find based on the cost of the damage you give them, they can appeal that fine. They can appeal it.
Right, and that is something we get a lot. So farmers would say, "Oh, I don't want to take the matter to court because they are not being treated fairly because they are not satisfied with the amount of compensation they get." But what this is saying that you can appeal the decision.
Yes.
All right. Right. So, what role do local authorities play in enforcing the Stock Trespass Act?
Local authorities are responsible for impounding stray animals, assessing damages, and enforcing penalties. They also mediate disputes between property owners and livestock owners.
So, can a property owner legally shoot or harm a trespassing animal, or as we say, chop an animal?
Property owners are expected to impound the animal and report the incident. Harm to the animal could result in legal consequences unless it was in the self-defense or defense of property. So in short, the laws is telling you here, as the owner of the property, you have to impound the animal.
So you have no authority to cause any harm to the animal?
No.
Okay. So what are the responsibilities of a livestock owner once the animals have been impounded?
The owner of the animal must pay any fines, compensation for damage, and cover the cost of impounding and caring for the animal before they can be reclaimed by the owner.
Okay, so listeners, we are getting a lot of insights this morning on the topic. So we would like to know, how does the law address cases where stray animals cause accidents or injuries?
The livestock owners may be held liable for any incidents or injuries caused by their stray animals, including compensation for medical expenses and other damages.
Okay, so animal owners, we have a habit of thinking because the animal caused the damage, we are not liable for the penalties. But as Officer Philip rightly said, if your animal causes damage, you are liable for compensation or medical expenses. So I hope we got these things clear. What are some common challenges in enforcing the Stock Trespass Act?
Challenges include identifying the owner of the stray animal, lack of proper fencing, and disputes over the extent of damage. Additionally, rural areas may have fewer resources of enforcement.
Right. So, as she said, identifying the owners. A lot of times we have incidents where dogs eat people's livestock. And once the dog is involved, the dog never has an owner. So we always have this issue of finding the owner of the dogs.
And if I should say, even some of the stray animals just as well
Mhm.
roam into someone's property and cause damage. And once it's been reported, nobody come up that the animal belongs to
To
them.
take up responsibility.
And other thing too, some of the stray animals, they don't even have a rope to say they was tied, they just
Right.
loose. Yeah.
So they just have them loose. So are there any preventative measures farmers can take to protect their property from trespassing livestock?
Farmers can install strong fencing, use natural barriers like hedges, and maintain good relations with neighbors to prevent livestock trespassing regularly. Inspection and repair of fencing are also important. So that is telling you your fencing, you have to inspect it regularly. Make sure that it's strong enough so that the animal wouldn't let's say break it down,
Mhm.
Yeah, so the farmers have that responsibility as well, just to ensure that the fencing are properly
Okay.
strong.
Right. So, listeners, you have heard it here from the Prudea Licensing officers. We have a whole bunch of information for you. But at this time, we are going to take a short break. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, plenty pride in every row.
They say the business bad, there are other people's business at once. They complaining things are hard, other people who are harder than hard. Oh, how I wish people's life would just switch around from poor to being rich and rich to being poor, cause most of them never know how life stinks down below. They never take time off to see how it feels to be on the breadline, Lord. If I could, I want to help somebody. I don't want need help for myself, but Lord, that's my request. Help me to help somebody. I want to help the poor and the needy. I want to protect the weak from the strong. Lord, oh Lord, I want to help somebody. I cannot afford to be selfish, Lord. That's my request. Please help me to help somebody. The rich man never look back. On the door to his heart there is a padlock. With Mr. Green in front the door, making sure there is no entrance for the poor. If I were rich, I would have done lots of nice things. The hurricanes we had, I would fix for people's yard. These are the people who need the most attention. I never take a rest until I know that they find some happiness, Lord. If I could, I want to help somebody. I cannot let my people perish, Lord. That's my request. Help me to help somebody. not easy when you ain't got that money. You have no way to sleep and you got nothing to eat. Lord, oh Lord, I want to help somebody. I cannot afford to be liquid, Lord.
All right, so welcome back to all our listeners to the Real 91.9 and 91.5 FM. And to those of you who are just tuning in, we are back with our program, and we've been discussing the Stock Trespass Act with Constable Philip and Prevention Officer Modeste of the Pretty Alasni Task Force of the Northern District. We have covered some key points about how these laws protect our farmers and livestock owners and what it means for everyone involved. Now let's continue with the next set of questions. How can disputes between neighbors over trespassing animals be resolved?
Disputes can often be resolved through mediation or negotiation, but if that fails, legal action under the Stop Trespass Act may be necessary. So what they're saying here is, if you try to come together and come up with a solution and that has no positive result, you could always go under the Stock Trespass Act and pursue through legal actions.
All right.
And also in cases like, for example, based on the community that is involved with, sometimes we do need to take that sort of step first, doing a mediation with persons, and it does work, and it does. And I think if that do settle properly, the farmers will be in a position to be more happy, in the sense that because farmers' concern, officer, is that the court system, they have to leave off they work in the garden to go to court, and some of them have problem with that. So once that mediation comes through properly with the owner of the animal and the farmer, that does work.
All right. So let me ask, and I know there might be a lot of persons who may not know, is there a statute of limitation for filing a claim under the Stop Trespass Act?
Yes. Claim must be typically filed within a certain period after the damages are occurred. The specified time frame maybe varies, so it is important to act quickly based on what the law is said.
Okay. So how does the Stop Trespass Act protect both farmers and the livestock owners?
The Act protects farmers by providing a legal resource for damages caused by stray animals while ensuring the livestock owners are treated fairly and have the opportunity to reclaim the animals.
Right. So farmers, you heard it here. You are covered by the Act, so you could be treated fairly under the said Act. So what advice would you give to new livestock owners regarding the Stop Trespass Act?
New livestock owners should familiarize themselves with the Act, ensure the animals are properly fenced, and maintain open communication with neighbors to prevent dispute.
And that's the issue we have most of the time. Neighbors don't communicate, and that causes an issue. So sometimes when the police gets involved and we may go to mediate the situation to try to sort things out, then we realize it was just lack of communication.
Yes, and I will tell you that in spite of all what we are seeing here with in contention with the law, stray animals, if you are a neighbor and for some reason your neighbor tied the animal in their property and for some reason he got loose and you are in the position to hold that animal and tie it, you could That could help and that will work.
Of
So
course.
it's not that because me and John are not in speaking terms and I saw John animal loose, I leave it to stray and cause damages to persons. No.
Right.
So neighbors have to look over each other, and I think that will bring us a long way.
Which is a very good advice, because at the end of the day, you can end up being the victim. So you see the animal, because you know the animal belongs to that neighbor that you don't talk to, you leave the animal astray, and that said animal causes damage to your property or your crops. So, Officer Philip, in your opinion, how effective is the Stop Trespass Act in addressing the needs of Grenada's farming community?
The act is generally effective, but its success depends on proper enforcement and community cooperation. Continuous education and awareness can help improve its impact. So, Officer Miss Knights, again, this is telling you, you hear?
We have to work hand in hand.
We have to work hand in hand.
Yes.
We have to educate the public
Of
about
course.
the Stop Trespass Act, and they have to know the owner's rights as well as the animals, the owner of the property and the animal owner's rights.
Right. Right. So you heard it here again, listeners. So we have to cooperate as it relates to the Stop Trespass Act. So we have to work hand in hand, each one help one. So are there any circumstances where a livestock owner is exempted from liability under the Stop Trespass Act?
Yes, exemptions may apply if the trespass was due to natural disasters, vandalism by a third party, or circumstances beyond the owner's control. However, these situations would need to be proven in legal context.
So again, this book here, we speak about natural disaster. So for example, you may tie your animal to a certain area, and for some reason we got a lot of rain, and whatever, let's say you tie it on a picket, normally that farmers does, and the rain come, the soil gets soggy and the picket root out. Yeah, so it spoke about that, and those are the things we need to actually.
Oh, so you're saying that in that case, the livestock farmer cannot be held liable.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, and which is understandable, because it's no fault of the farmer. The farmer would not know that a lot of rain would come that day. He secured his animal, and if because of the conditions of the weather, the animal got loose, then he would not be held responsible for the damage. So, what responsibilities do farmers have under the Stop Trespass Act when their crops are damaged?
Farmers are responsible for documenting the damage, reporting it to the authorities, and ensuring that their own properly boundaries are clearly marked and maintained. So whenever you are the farmer, you notice the damage is done by animal, you have to, as you say, properly document it. Right? And you have to ensure that your boundaries around your land are clearly marked and maintained.
Okay. Right. And this is a very good advice, farmers. So we have the situation where as soon as a farmer experiences damages, the first thing, which is right, people think about doing is coming to report to the police.
Yes.
Right? But farmers, sometimes you have to settle down, assess the damage. Right? So if you know you planted 50 countries and your cornfield was damaged, assess it before coming to make the report. So you can say to the police, okay, I went to my garden and I planted 50 trees and I saw 20 trees were destroyed. So it's much easier when you know what happened. You may just see one tree was trampled and you don't know the extent of the damage. And then sometimes communicate with your neighbor, communicate with the owner of the animals, even if you're not on speaking terms. But if you were damaged, communicate. And if you don't get any good response, then you come to the police and we help as much as we could. If it has to go the legal way, then we assist you and let you know what you need to do.
And if I should say, you see where you speak about documenting the damages, that is very important. Because what normally and what could happen is that, for example, two farmers are not on speaking terms, and the farmer report he got damage, and he may come to the station as well and say there is 50, and then whenever the officer visit, they see 20. So those things are important. You see, we say reporting it to the authorities, so the authorities have a responsibility to visit the scene as the police, the pre-larceny unit, and document whatever damage is done, take photos and stuff.
Okay. So, can the Stock Trespass Act be enforced on public lands as well as private property?
Yes, the Act applies to both private and public lands, ensuring livestock does not damage public resources and interfere with community spaces.
Okay. So, if anything is destroyed on public lands, the farmers could be held liable for that.
Yes.
Okay. So, how does the Stock Trespass Act interact with other agricultural laws in Grenada?
The Stock Trespass Act complements other agricultural laws by enforcing the livestock management, while other laws may address crop protection, land use, and farm management practices.
Okay. So, what role does the community organizations play in supporting the enforcement of the Stock Trespass Act?
Community organization can assist by raising awareness, educating livestock owners, and helping mediate dispute before it escalate to legal action. So, and again, Ms. Knight, this is telling you that the community plays a very important part.
Yes.
So once the community come together and do what they lost to hear, I don't think it will reach to legal action.
Right. And as we say, educating livestock owners. Officer Philip, tell us some of the ways you all go about educating the livestock owners.
Well, we normally, when we go out, we educate them as to the fencing, the responsibilities of the farmers that they have, ensuring that the pen are secure, and also the lands that they rear or what we say mine animals on, they have authority to do so.
Okay.
And also in cases that, for example, where there is schools involved, churches involved, we also let them know that they are not allowed to let the animal loose and onto those properties. So we educate them in that light.
Okay, great. Right. And then when you have your farmers meetings, is that a part of educating them as well?
Just as well, yes.
Right. So as you heard it there from the officer, we have many ways where community organizations play a supportive role in the enforcement of the Stock Trespass Act. And as officer rightfully said, in helping to mediate disputes. So as we spoke about earlier, sometimes it's just communication. So officers would assist, mediate disputes, and it would be sorted out, and it would not be escalated, so it could reach to legal actions. Not so, officer?
Yes.
All right. So has the Stock Trespass Act been amended or updated recently?
The Act has seen updates to address changing agricultural practices and evolving needs of farming communities, though through specific amendments should be checked with the latest legal text.
Right. So farmers do not wait only when the predial larceny officers try to educate you about the laws. Try your best also to educate yourself, to put yourself in know, So you would know if any laws have been amended or updated. Right. So how can technology be used to help prevent livestock trespassing?
Technology such as GPS tracking for livestock, automated gates, and surveillance system can prevent animals from straying and alert owners if they do.
Right.
So what it's saying is that the world is so modern now, so much technology. You can use the technology to track your animals, and you will have systems to alert you when the animals are out of the confined spaces.
Okay. So you see now, farmers, you can put GPS on your livestock. So just as how if you lose your phone, you can track your phone, you can also track your animals. So if you have your animals in the pen and the animals stray, you can get a notification to know that one of the animals has left the pen. So you can track your animals to know exactly where they are. The communities are big now on putting cameras on the property. Camera is a very good thing as a farmer to have on your property, so you can also keep track of things on the camera. So if anything takes place, this is one of the easy mediums you can use to assist you. So what should a farmer do if they are unsure about their rights under the Stop Trespass Act?
Farmers should seek legal advice or consult with the local agriculture authorities to clarify their rights and responsibilities under the Act. So this is telling you, based on what you can consult a lawyer, a local, right? And they are telling you, the law is telling you, you can speak to the agriculture office or the minister of agriculture. So they will guide you along with your authorities when it comes to livestock farming.
Okay, so tell us, as farmers in St. Patrick's, where can we go to get that sort of assistance?
Well, farmers in St. Patrick's, first and foremost, you have the Northern District Agriculture Office, which is located at Plains. Right, the pre-licensing department are based there along with the extension officers. Also, you can visit Sutter's police station. The officers will guide you and direct you as to what you shall do or do not.
Right, because we have noticed that a lot of farmers realize that the pre-layer licensing department is now based at Plains. So some of them believe that they no longer have to come to Sutter's police station. But we are letting you know that you can come both places. You can go to the Northern Agriculture Office at Plains, and you can also come to the Sutter's police station. As long as it's a matter for the pre-layer licensing task force, we will relay the information to them so they can assist you as soon as possible. Right, so can fines or penalties under the Stock Trespass Act be contested in court?
Yes, livestock owners can contest fines or penalties in court if they believe they have been unfairly imposed, though they will need to present evidence to support the case.
Right, so that goes back to what we spoke about earlier with the appeal.
Yes.
Right, so you can appeal if you think you were not fairly treated in the court system. You can appeal your matter.
So you see where he spoke about evidence to support your case. So in terms of livestock farmers, right? The evidence is that you have to make sure that you assess whatever the damage is done, get the relevant persons to do that assessment, which will be the extension officers attached to the ministry, right? And when they do that assessment to you, then you have a right now to file that matter to court with all the proper documentation on it in terms of the number of damages done, the cost, and the total. And I think at that time, when that happened, that farmer will be treated fairly at court because they might should have a clear picture, he or her or she,
the cost
of the cost.
Okay. So farmers, you cannot just go water mouth and say, okay, my damage costs $2,000 or my damage costs $5,000. You must have evidence to prove same. And as Officer Phillips said, the extension officers are the ones to assess the damage and give you a proper evaluation so you can bring to the court so you can be treated fairly in the court system. Right. So, what is the best way for farmers and livestock owners to coexist peacefully under the regulation of the Stop Trespass Act?
Open communication, mutual respect, and adherence to the law are key. Both parties should work together to resolve issues before they escalate. Maintaining good fencing and clear boundaries are very important in this situation.
Great. So, as we heard, and this is not the first time during our interviews this morning that the officer spoke about fencing. So, it is important that you fence your property. As a farmer, you have livestock. It is important that you fence your property to prevent any issues, to prevent your animals from causing any damages to other farmers. So, Officer Philip, from since you all have started the task force, how much reports? Well, not the exact number, but how often do you get reports concerning the stop trespass and the damages?
Right. The reports received for stop trespass at a monthly basis. For example, for a week, we normally have 2 or 3 reports per week.
Right.
Right. And most times the animals are loose, stray, and they just create damage to persons. However, the task force, we do get compensation for farmers on a number of cases, and there are cases where the owners of the animals yet to be known because there are animals in the wild.
Right.
All right. But our challenge up here in St. Patrick's is stop trespass, stray animals.
Okay. Right. So we know usually the farmers have a particular time for the planting season. And I have noticed that there are a few farmers who would report before they start planting. So you have particular persons who are known to have plenty animals, and the animals are not fenced or they are not tied. So what advice do you have for these persons?
I will advise the owners of those animals to try to hold and secure your animal as soon as possible. If not, the task force cannot continue always having persons in community being distressed by specific owners of animals who be ignorant of the law, just have the animal loose. We will contact the Ministry of Agriculture, and we will, with the assistance of the ministry, will ask them to come up to assist in tranquilizing the animals and get them to a confined place.
Right. So, farmers, you have heard it here. There are ways that we can deal with this. So, give us an idea of the planting season for farmers and when these animals should be caged or tied.
Well, if I should say no, because of the climate change, there is basically we can before we used to say planted season is from June to May,
right.
But no, because of the changes of the weather, there is not a specified time that farmers plant. But however, with the little water that farmers get in, they are planting now.
Right.
So now some farmers are planting most crops now because of the rain season is soon. And the livestock owners at least should pay attention to that climate change where farmers are planting now,
right.
And to secure the animals as soon as possible.
Okay. And which is understandable because some of the livestock farmers are also crop farmers. So we know what we are supposed to do and we are expected to do so. So as the officer said earlier, there are ways if you continue to allow your animals to distress other farmers, there are ways it can be dealt with. And we are here to help the farmers. So we plan to enforce the law as much as we can to assist those farmers. And some of the animals that we are talking about, could you give us an insight on some of the animals?
Well, most of the animals, goat and sheep. The cows, not much. Farmers have issue with persons with cow because when you tie a cow to an area and the rain fall, the land gets soggy, the cow intend to make that piece of property that I say just cause it to be sour because the cow food constantly dig in the soil and it's whole water, and after a time it develops certain bacteria. So
right.
but most of the damages that caused in our area by animals is by goat.
By goats?
Yes.
Right. I know farmers used to have a lot of issues with fowls before. Do we get a lot of reports?
Not as much as before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess much people don't have yard fowls as before. So we don't have much of an issue with the yard fowls and so on. So Constable Philip and Prevention Officer Modest, based on your experience and your day-to-day, what you deal with, do you have any specific advice for the farmers?
Right. Before I go, I will again appeal to the farmers to secure your animals as best as possible. It is your responsibility to secure the animal. And for the livestock farmers who obey the law, who have the place fence wrong, I am appealing to you. The season is coming close, which will be the Christmas season. We know there is a trend that happening island wide of Grenada, livestock theft, the stealing of livestock.
Right.
I am appealing and asking you, please, to pay more attention to your animals. Try to keep them as close as possible to your home so you can actually see whatever movements they make. Because we at the task force been patrolling out there at a day-to-day basis, and there are times at night we see animals in areas that are prone for persons to steal.
Right, to steal.
So it is the responsibility of the farmers to secure your animals. And also from the officer in charge of predator, I'm asking you as a livestock farmer to have photo of all your animals. So if possible, one can come out of your flock and go missing, you can send that picture to the task force. We can send that picture island wide. So however, if they do steal it and it's somewhere else, we can able to identify it and locate it as soon as possible. So farmers, again, you have a responsibility to ensure to secure your animals. And whenever you miss any animal, try and report it as soon as possible.
Right, so that is important. We are in the technology era now, and it takes nothing to take pictures of your livestock. Go ahead, Miss Modest.
Also, I would like to encourage the farmers to be more forthcoming with the information. Like when something happens, they come quickly as possible. We realize sometimes when we go out on patrol, persons tell us, I was missing a goat about 2 weeks ago. And then we ask, did you report it? No. So most of them will say no, they never report it at all. And then they're telling us, after this point, there is not much we can do after this point.
Right.
So I want to encourage persons to make the reports as soon as possible. And even with damage to crops, some persons, they may make the report, they say, oh, a goat ate all my piece, but they didn't take any pictures, and then they root up the damaged plants. There is nothing we can do for you after that point. So I want to encourage to leave it as is and report it. Take pictures and stuff.
Right. So farmers, help us to help you. So you have damages, take pictures of the damages. You have your livestock, take photos of the livestock so we can assist you. As we know, sometimes black belly sheep, for example, they all look identical. So you might say, okay, I'm missing a black belly sheep. The person that might have stole your sheep might have been the owner of a black belly sheep as well. And what identifying mark do you have to say that this sheep belongs to you? So help us to help you. As the officers rightly said, take pictures, report the incidents as soon as possible. If it happens today, it takes nothing to report. Report to the police station, report to the agriculture officer, please. Anything else from the officers?
Just one more thing as you talk about the marks to identify the animals. What should happen? Every district, every parish, every goat, they normally have something what you call goat association. Now, persons and farmers should come together, and there's design a mark which they think that can place on the animal so it should be easily identified. And what should happen again if a farmer intend to sell an animal? I think it's best if he can contact at least maybe the task force and say, I'm selling an animal to a butcher. That is the case, John James.
Okay.
I think things like that
Could
start,
assist. Right.
assist.
You know, I used to see before, they used to have something like a clip on the ears of the animals. Do they still do that?
This they does some, but if I can tell you, there are persons when they will remove it, clip out the ears or cut out the ears or what the case may be. So we have to think about something different.
Right.
That, when the persons come to steal, they cannot easily remove it.
So you can brand the animal.
Yeah.
All right. So you heard it there from the officers, and you're listening to Real 91.9, 91.5 FM. And we are on the program Beyond the Badge, and we have completed our presentation for today. And I'd like to say a big thank you to the Pretty Alasni Task Force and the officers that are here with me this morning, Officer Philip and Prevention Officer Modeste, for sharing their insights with us. And to all our listeners, especially our hardworking farmers and livestock owners, thank you for tuning in. Your efforts keep our nation strong, and we stand with you in your endeavors. Until next time, stay safe. God bless.
You were supposed to be progressively working to, so what they're doing, they're hopscotching around the country,
They say the business bad, there are other people's business at worst. They complaining things are hard, other people who are harder than hard. Oh, how I wish people's life would just switch around from poor to being rich and rich to being poor, cause most of them never know how life stinks down below. They never take time off to see how it feels to be on the breadline. Lord, if I could, I want to help somebody. I don't want any help for myself, but Lord, that's my request. Help me to help somebody. I want to help the poor and the needy. I want to protect the weak from the strong. Lord, oh Lord, I want to help somebody. I cannot afford to be selfish, Lord. That's my request. Please help me to help somebody. The rich man never look back. On the door to his heart there is a padlock. With Mr. Green in front the door, making sure there is no entrance for the poor. If I were rich, I would have done lots of nice things. The hurricanes we had, I would fix for people's yard. These are the people who need the most attention. I never take a rest until I know that.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Angel's Beauty Salon and Barbershop, Bruce Street Mall, St. George's, your one-stop destination for all things beauty. Hair services, relaxes, waves, treatments, braids, cornrows, natural hairstyles, locks and lock installation, wig installation, nail services, acrylic nails, gel nails, pedicures, and more. Call or WhatsApp us today, 1473-403-4421 to book your appointment today.
Introducing Berger Travel-On from Answer Coatings Grenada Limited. Built tough for the Caribbean climate, Berger Travel-On is your one-coat solution for long-lasting protection and a beautiful textured finish. This patent texture design is available in 3 grades: ultra-fine, fine, and coarse, and in a wide range of colors, perfect for exterior and interior walls. Quick drying, low maintenance, and cost-effective, Berger Travel-On keeps your projects on time and within budget. So whether you're building your first home or refreshing your space with that modern look, beautify and protect your investment with Berger Travel-On. Visit the Color Shop Painter Studio at Frequente Industrial Park St. George or our hardware partners nationwide today. Berger, for lasting beauty and protection.
I'll hold you and touch you and make you my woman.